Warnings. The following podcast contains foul language, political incorrectness, humor, pornographic content, and Australians. Listener discretion is advised. Enjoy!
Welcome to another episode of It's a Bit Shit, the coolest podcast you've ever heard.
He says with gusto.
Joining me as usual, I am Sam. Joining me as usual are my bukakas, Aaron.
Hey,
and my other bukaka, Peter.
Stuff, Burke, you can't do that.
Oh, hi. What's up?
Joining us for the second time is writer, director, and what did I miss? Actor. Actor. But most importantly, he is our bukaki tonight. Dell Beckman, welcome back.
Hey, thank you. It's great to be here in this
Triangle.
bukaki fest. I can help it. Did I beat my last score? What was my last score?
I feel like you were quicker on the last
Definitely
one.
quicker, yeah.
Other people beat you to the book,
They did.
but you were a quick
I was a
booker.
quick booker.
I'm gonna let you have those ones. I feel like it needs to go the full bukaki before the bells hit now. I don't know. Thank you.
He said it. Yeah. I won't go overboard this time. Last time I went a little overboard, but that's okay.
We're still cleaning up the mess from last episode.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
There was a lot of cum. Like, that was a lot of jizz.
That was crazy.
We've had guests on here that have produced a copious amount of semen before. Holy shit, Dale, you were something else.
One might say a bucket. Yeah, one might say a bucket.
Yeah, I was just
Like
gonna say we never had to consider the book bucket until we
Till I came here.
Yes, and that's exactly
Yes,
choose
exactly.
That is an
your
honour.
Yeah,
That is
exactly.
an absolute honour. Thank you, man.
It's too much protein for
Gotta be
any
good at
regular
something.
group.
zinc actually, but yeah, go ahead.
Aaron,
Hello.
why don't you introduce people to what film we had the struggle of doing this week?
Is this where I read this?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I wrote and I read. Quentin Tarantino's 2009 hit Inglorious Basterds is without a doubt one of his best slices of work. This grossing a Nazi scalping $321.4 million worldwide, this World War II softcore version of a snuff film just goes to show it doesn't matter if you're a Nazi sympathizer or a Boston-burned Jewish man, Eli Roth, trying to act like a tough man with a baseball bat. We all love us some over-the-top violence porn. Tarantino originally wrote the script in 1998, but without a way to write the ending of the script, he decided to direct a two-part film, Kill Bill, where he would be re-inspired to film more over-the-top deaths in those sweet, sweet feet scenes. Inglorious Basterds was Tarantino's highest-grossing film up until Django Unchained and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. This film has received widespread acclaim and multiple awards and nominations. So get comfortable and join myself, Sam, Feedy Petey, and our lucky guest Dell as we tell you why Inglorious Basterds is a bit shit.
Woo.
Asshole.
Feedy Petey, I like that. What's
Feedy
that?
Petey.
Feedy Petey.
You notice a couple of feet in a couple of films, and then suddenly you.
Now you got a foot fetish.
I mean, he already had the foot fetish. That's how he was just able to just pick them.
And it's a Tarantino film we're talking about. This is like,
know.
What a
man.
coincidence. It's like he was made for this.
Here's the thing. If Peter ran into Quentin Tarantino at a bar, Quentin Tarantino would talk to Peter. It wouldn't be the other way around because he would recognize him as another podophile.
Yeah, feet recognizes feet.
Pedophile.
A podophile is a term for someone who's into feet.
Recognizing feet. You fucking idiot.
You just be like, nice shoes. What size?
I once saw a dude run through the desert in sandals. John Cusack? Yeah.
Oh, man.
All right, let's start off with the usual, shall we? Do we actually like it? I think I'm going to get a resounding yes, but Aaron?
I don't want to jerk anybody off, but it's a pretty good yes, man. Like, this is probably like in my top 10 movies. So it's a bit of a it's a bit of a fucking tough one, to be honest with you.
But you had to feel good about doing this one for a change because we all like this film.
Yeah, it wasn't just like, let's just shit on things Aaron loves. Let's shit on things that we all like. Like the true meaning of this particular podcast.
Exactly.
But yeah, no, I can dig it.
Excellent. Peter?
Yeah, no, I like this film. It's a great film. Like the shots are so good. Like everything about it, it works. It works as a film. Obviously, as we delve into these films and we have to break them apart, you find things you're like, fuck, I'll never unsee that again. Fuck. But going into it, I was like, damn, I actually like this film. I mean, I look at the run times and it's like, it's another film that I cannot watch most of the time. But it's 2.5 hours, I think, from memory.
Doesn't feel like it.
No, it doesn't.
There are definitely some parts where I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah, cut it. Just
Hey,
cut it.
we're not in that part yet, guys.
I mean, it's great.
Thank you.
100%
Fucking love
all
it.
the way.
I
A
fucking
to
love
Z.
A to Z.
Or A to Z for the Americans.
That one guy that commented on our YouTube.
Yeah, we love you.
Thanks, bro.
Person that
Keep
counted
show
on.
your bros, bro.
You're one of the 8.
Yeah.
And we love you.
Thanks to everybody who's left a comment. You're all the best. Maybe I'll go through the 3 people that have left comments and call them out at the end of this episode.
Hey, here's a random comment
And
for
special
one
thanks
guy.
to-
Yeah, special thanks to these people for commenting.
and it's always like the people saying to like advertise on their website. Like,
DM us.
That or like, are you looking for singles in your area?
What we're really waiting for, just throwing out there, is a promotional opportunity from
Yeah,
Raid Shadow Legends.
I'm waiting for
or
that.
Raycon E25.
Yeah, Raycons or Shadow Legends. Yeah,
Either one. Dell,
Yes.
you like this film?
Oh man, I love this film, and it was soul crushing to watch it from a negative view and try and pick apart things that I'm gonna regret, but I had to do it because that's what this podcast is all about. That's
why we
destroying
paid-
dreams.
That's why we
Destroying
pay the
dreams.
big
So,
dollars, man.
you didn't pay me shit.
wait, hold on. What's that? That's 3 drinks there.
Actually, you have given me drinks. Okay, I'll take 3 drinks. But
You're an actor. You take what you
don't
fucking
need to
deserve.
study cool, do you? I can take that. It's like,
Merch is coming soon.
man, this was it's a masterpiece. It's a work of art. This film, it's incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, stop sucking its dick. But
it
yeah,
is a
sure,
good-
man.
It is a
we'll
good
suck
film.
its dick. It's
Dell sucks his film's dick so hard that when he pulls out, so much saliva comes out of his mouth, it looks like he's vomited.
Oh, absolutely. This is not just any old throat fucking on me. This
Why
is
did
like
that
aggressive
Like
blowjob.
it's distension. Like you can see it through your throat. Like man,
Yeah,
he's getting
it's-
110% in this movie. Yeah.
But I'm enjoying it as I'm crying. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Tears of joy, some might say.
some would say
Jesus
Bukaki. I don't know, like I'm sorry, I can't. I fucking
That was a slow one too. Like Bukaki was like,
You should have never told me about the boot bell. Because now I'm like,
you
can't help
got book on the mind.
I got
don't
book
you?
on the mind.
You're a dirty bookie.
Man. Anyway, enough about Bukakis.
All right. So what is it about this film that makes it so great? I mean, it's a Quentin Tarantino film. It's got a lot of... I think this is the first film where I was like, oh, Brad Pitt's in it. Oh, I can remember being like, oh, is
Nah,
he like...
he was in another movie with he was a stoner on a couch briefly in a movie like the 1994.
yes. What
Yeah,
was that?
okay.
movie?
It's like his first like real big one.
But I remember seeing this in it originally when it was like the trailer came out, and I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this. It's like he's finally gotten all these A-listers in his films. Like this is sort of where he came before Inglorious Basterds. It was Kill Bill, and there was
Bill.
not really any big names in there. It was sort of just the actors that he had
by
used
the
before.
time he did like what's it called?
He did Reservoir Dogs, and it has Steve Buscemi. So
Yeah.
you just
But that was when Steve Buscemi.
Hold up.
Like, all right, I'm sorry.
Look.
This film is fantastic. Aaron, why do you think this film's so great?
it's that classic like Tarantino bloodfest, like where shit just hits the fan. Like what was that one with about vampires? Like Till Dusk Till Dawn.
From Dusk Till Dawn. That's
Yeah.
technically a Robert Rodriguez
But
film.
he didn't do a part of it, but he was in it. I know.
There is a lot of stories from that film that he pretty much like ended up writing a good chunk of that film and helping in directing a lot of that film.
And that was, I feel like a lot of that gruesomeness was Tarantino sort of stuff as well.
Yeah, for sure.
And fun fact, he did a lot of things with Salma Hayek's feet, but I'll let you get into that later.
I'm not
on,
gonna.
Peter.
I'm gonna try and.
We'll get into Salma
distance
Hayek's
myself from
feet
that.
when we do From Dusk Till Dawn,
Yeah,
all right?
all right. That's fair.
Actually, I forgot I sent you guys that meme.
See, he's sending feet memes and stuff. Feety Petey, you get me. What makes this a great movie, though, that classic Tarantino film, and that, like, hate of Nazis. Like, for most people, besides, like, some small slithers of America, hate Nazis. And it's just good to see Nazis
It's a
getting it.
satisfying film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, there are some parts in it where they're just, like, scalping anybody because, like, if you're German, you're Nazis. But, like, for the most part, like, there's just, like, legitimate SS people just getting there skinned for most of it.
Yeah.
It's a good time.
Yeah.
Like, vindication.
Nice.
I dig that.
Peter?
I mean, I like it for the usual Tarantino things.
thought you were
Minus
gonna
the
say
feet. Minus the fucking feet. Okay, there's one feet scene, and I've marked it out.
Sure,
Thank
I
you.
remember that.
Only one? Are you sure?
One that I was made well aware of, like one, one that's like.
Because as we're watching it, we're sending you pictures of it happening.
I sent you, like, 2 separate scenes, man. I'm like, Pete's going to enjoy this.
Yeah. I mean, okay, feet aside, it's well shot. Like, cinematography is on point. Like, it looks fantastic.
Yeah.
The script's great. I mean, it's funny where it needs to be funny. I mean, obviously, there's a few things about it which are a bit like, oh, yeah, okay, you can joke about that stuff, I guess. I mean, if you're not German, I guess it's funny. I don't know. But yeah, for the most part, like,
about why it's great.
I know, that's what I'm saying. It's good. It is very good. There's obviously problematic things, but in the long run, it's a great film. It looks good. It's a good time. As I said, yes, it looks great. I like it. It's a good.
Excellent.
I always feel like I'm
Why
on the
do you-
spot for like, why do you like it? I'm like, these reasons. You're like, and
But you criticise
No,
it a lot at the
it's
same
like,
time.
why do you like
I'm
this?
more-
And you're like, because of this criticism here
Yeah,
is
yeah.
why I like it. And you're like, we get to that part later. Like, it's literally the next part.
yes, I don't know.
Hey, come on, guys, leave VDP alone, all right?
It's catching on, guys. It's
I'm
catching on.
sorry.
This is one step. Self-burn.
Why do I like it? That's a great question, Sam. I mean, it's Tarantino. He has this unique style of movies that are just really cool. And, I mean, the cinematography is just so fucking cool in this movie. The acting's really good, especially by a lot of the European actors. Like, a lot of them, like, just outshone everyone, you know, like outshone the American actors and stuff like that. And it was just, and also, like, it sounds silly, but having Germans play Germans and having, like, people play where they're from was kind of cool. Not everyone, but I don't know. It's a masterpiece. Like I said before, it's fantastic.
All right. Fantastic.
Yeah, that was good. Actually,
Yeah.
it's good to see like actors playing their own parts and
Exactly,
stuff. Like,
yeah.
It always works better when places and film companies like go out and get actors that are actually
And
good.
from that
Like,
place.
Christopher Waltz was, like,
Well, he's Austrian.
yeah, but, like, he speaks, like, 4 languages.
Exactly.
The Italian part he didn't know how to actually speak, but he
learned
faked it,
that.
and he just looked at Quentin Tarantino, and he did all of the filming for the, like, all of the scenes, even the ones not in English. English is like 35% of the movie.
Yeah.
And so, but he was like, I'm going to direct all of it. And he just went on intuition. He was like, yeah, that's good. And then every time when he had to finally do the dub over, he was like, he learnt the Italian part
Wow.
of those
I didn't
particular
know that.
lines
I
because he
didn't
was
know
like,
that.
I don't know. And Daniel Bruhl, like Bruhl,
Yeah.
Bruhl?
I
Yeah,
know somebody, yeah.
that dude.
Which
Fucking
one- which
bang
one's
actor.
he?
Zemo
He
from,
was Zemo
Yeah.
from. He was the sniper that had the little movie,
Oh, yeah.
That was like his breakout film, essentially.
Yeah, right. He was
and
great.
he's
yeah.
great. And he also knows like so many languages and didn't know Spanish or something, and he learnt it, and he dubbed his own voice in a lot of the other dubs as well. So like it was
Really?
good to see that they had, as you said, like
twice.
like they weren't just like Americans playing. Like Americans, or Americans playing Germans or something like
Germans,
that.
yeah.
Although it's weird, I'm just going to go off on another tangent right now because I learned a lot of trivia for this. Michael Fassbender, is that how you say his name?
Yeah.
He plays an Englishman in this, pretending to be a German, but he's actually a German. Like, and English is his second language.
yeah, far out.
So he's like he may not be German, but he's definitely like European of that area.
Yeah.
Playing with English as his second language, pretending to be an Englishman, pretending to be a German. Like it's
Josh.
he did pretty well as
Yeah.
well.
Wow.
He did. All right, so that brings us to the most grueling part of this show.
Did you say what you like to say?
Yes, I did. I started.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Peter?
You were just waiting for him to say something and be like, "Ha, that's a negative."
I like to get him back.
As
Yeah,
I was saying,
smart.
it is time for us to move to the most grueling part of our show that we created because we have a magnificent group of human beings. But it is time to move on to the part where we talk about why it is a bit shit.
This is why you need like one of those like.
All right, I'll start.
Yes, please.
Bastards is spelt wrong.
No, that was intentional.
Ah,
Yeah, there's another movie
there's like
out there.
3
called,
different reasons why.
Oh, yeah, and
One
they're
is
all
that
different.
One is that there was another movie called Inglorious Basterds from 1978, and he wanted to be distinguished from that film, which I think is probably the most likely reason as to why it's spelt wrong. Another reason is that it's a Basquiat-esque touch, which is a reference to an American painter known for his raw gestural style of painting. And the other reason he gave on David Letterman was that it's a Quentin Tarantino spelling.
Yeah, and that he doesn't have to explain it because of artistic licensing, and then if he ends up explaining it,
Yeah.
he loses all of that
Yeah.
Quentin Tarantino licensing that he's given it. So he's like, I just did it because I wanted to.
Yep.
But he gave the Italian director of the 78 one a spot like in this movie, but
Yeah,
it got
right.
cut.
Oh, what?
Yeah,
Dog move.
Oh, there you go. That's it. It's a bit shit. This
it's
episode's
a bit
closed
shit.
up,
Yeah. Close her up, boys. We're done.
We lock her up.
Let's get to the fan fiction.
That's all anyone listens for, let's face it.
That's it, straight away.
That was my first point.
Yep.
Has anyone got anything info before the first scalping scene?
Yeah, because the first actual scene is the one that you will also have a thing with on
Straight
the
away.
farm.
Oh, yep.
Yes, that's
It
my
was-
Oh,
first.
sorry, yeah, of course, yeah.
It was so slow and drawn out, and I get it was to build tension.
Oh, man, I
but
love
they
it
could have
so much.
They could have
I
like
actually thought that was a cool scene.
they could
Yeah, I
have cut
jerked my
that
dick
down.
in that dialogue so
I bet
hard.
you did. You'd jerk your dick off anyway. Like you don't even need dialogue. You're like, oh yeah, is that Quentin Tarantino? Oh yeah, like don't care.
You did that spit really well. I was like looking for like where you just spat then.
I even held like a fake dong and I
Yeah.
spat on that.
Oh,
yeah.
man.
Not the point. I found like it was tense, but it was too slow, and you could have just taken some of that out. Some of the staring, some of the just like looking out onto grass didn't need to be there. The daughters, half the scene where they were talking was just kind of useless.
That is European actor porn.
Oh yeah.
That is what that is there. They're
Your
like,
wife
they're
was
all-
just like, make love to me now. And you're
Oh.
like, okay.
No, because yeah, my wife was like, oh yeah, I know these women. They're all like, that's a French actor. That's a fucking like, these are all French actors. Like,
Well,
they're
they're playing a French family, so that's good. Again, to your point that they actually
they don't have any lines, but they're like, oh yeah, no, she's really famous in France, and yeah, she's
Yeah.
they're all like, yeah, good actors in their own regard. But
Right,
they're
right.
like there for all of 14 seconds.
Yeah, so they're sort of there, and please, female audience, forgive me for saying this, they're sort of there as trophies.
Yeah,
Yeah, I guess.
yeah. No, they're trophy actresses to be on screen, 100%. Sorry. Oh,
No, that was pretty much it. It was slow, but I might be the only one apparently with that.
I really
Apparently,
enjoyed that
yeah,
whole
I thought
scene.
that
It's
was
so
really-
tense.
It was. I'm not saying it wasn't tense, but I'm looking at it and I was like, all right, I get it. You're intimidating. I'm intimidated.
It could have been a little bit shorter. I'll
I'm
give you
intimidated.
that.
It's not like he didn't do his job well. Like Christopher Waltz fucking nailed it. Like that scene, yeah, still gives me shivers. But that actual just slowness of, just like, pour me some milk. And they poured milk. Yeah, that's the slowest milk pouring I think I've ever seen in my life.
They're probably
yeah.
nervous though.
That's
They're
one of my gripes. I'm just gonna throw
slow
it out there.
pouring.
Slow, like,
milk.
just
No,
milk in
it's
general.
it's the whole. I mean, I know that like the whole thing with this film was like he was meant to be like, oh, it's an homage to like all these things that like a past film and stuff. But okay, apart from the CGI cows, which shoot me to tears.
You haven't gotten to that yet.
I know.
We haven't actually gotten to CGI. Do
No,
you want
you
to touch on
haven't mentioned
CGI
it.
cows really quick? Or do you
Yeah.
wanna-
Okay. Yeah. No, sorry, I don't want to derail you.
No, that was it. That's my
Okay.
thing.
All right. Well,
Full stop.
we'll just like quickly rail to me. Yes, CGI cows fuck me off straight off the cow. Like they couldn't get cows. Apparently, the cows.
Can we just point out very quickly? none of us noticed this, but Peter noticed it because he was looking at the cow's feet.
I wasn't looking at the cow's feet.
They're called hooves, Samuel. They're called
Sorry.
hooves. He was looking at the cow's
No,
hooves.
it just stood out it stood out straight away that they weren't real cows to me.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, I don't know.
didn't know. I've got to
Because I'm like, all right, sweet. I need to start dissecting films. I need to look at everything. They're not real.
Surely there's going to be
that's
like
what
some
happened.
kind of like stupid reason they're like, oh, we weren't actually allowed to have anyone on the grass, so we couldn't even get like cat. Like, was the grass real?
No.
Like,
So I looked into it, and the cows were like a day behind. Like they were meant to get cows. There was cows that were meant to show up, but they were running too behind schedule. So
that
they
cow guy should be fired.
I hope that cow guy was fired.
So they literally just did the scene and added the cows in later. I'm like, that sounds so fucking dumb. Like for such like a minimal outdoor scene, you could do that at any time. It doesn't necessarily matter.
Maybe it's
But
one of
anyway.
those ones where like Quentin Tarantino's like looking at the into the sky and he's like, the wind's perfect, sun's just right. We're filming it now. Like the cow's on here, and he's like, we film now.
We don't need the goddamn cows. We film right now.
Yeah. So
Fuck it,
that
we're doing it live.
so that's the whole thing. The homage to like old school cinema. It may be an artistic element, but it shook me to tears. So like, yes, as you're falling into that pour of the milk. Do you remember like when we watched all fucking a million Bond films and like all through the 60s, like every
Yeah,
time
that's
you do
burnt
a
into my mind. I remember.
yeah, every time you do a scene, you'd sit down like old school, like when you're doing a play at high school, you'd sit down and then you grab the drink and then you do the thing. There's all these little extra little bits and pieces that go into it that are like, you don't need that there. It doesn't matter. It adds nothing to the scene. Would you like to have a cigarette? Here's a cigarette. And it's just like real basic shit
Slow.
that doesn't need to be there.
Some of it does. I'm just saying.
I think you're
but-
missing a lot of the point of it though, because like the whole point is to build tension. Every character that's together in every scene has tension.
Yeah, but it
Right?
comes across like, I understand why it's there.
Every single time you're watching one of those scenes, you're like nervous for one person in that scene.
Yeah,
And that's
I
why
understand.
it goes on for so long, because
I
you're
do
like,
understand
where
that.
is this going to go?
I
What's
do
he gonna
understand
do?
that, but they fall into that tripe a little too much for my liking.
No.
And you know what the best part is?
He's
Like,
wrong.
you know what the best part is? I'm like doing this movie.
Not
and
even 1 foot in that scene too. Fucking
I'm
0
looking,
out of 10.
I'm looking at like again trivia, and they were saying things like the original runtime was half hour longer, but Weinstein didn't like the movie being that length, so they had to shorten it again. And they shortened it a second time to get into Cannes or one of those like film festivals. It may not even be Cannes, but they had to shorten it again for just that. And then they had the first shortened one for like regular release, but there was an extra half an hour longer.
I've been
Jesus
okay with
Christ.
that.
Yeah.
You're like,
Give me that extra half hour.
Really?
you've already bust nut
kinda
like
wanna see
30
that.
seconds into it because you're just like, oh, that tension.
Ooh,
Ugh,
he's
okay,
poured
like
milk. Oh, I'm into that now.
I'm a milk boy.
Make me
Insult.
wait.
Insult.
Make me wait.
That was just one of my early things. It's just like,
And I get like later on in the movie they have like callbacks to that particular scene, and I respect it, but like it could have been shorter. I'm going to keep going back to this. It could have been shorter.
All right.
That's fine. That's fine.
Fine.
You're like, no, Aaron, you're wrong.
Yeah,
It's fine.
You're entitled to your wrong
straight
opinion.
off
That's fine.
Straight off the bat too. When like thing that annoyed the shit out of me is like when everyone dies, like when he kills all those crew underneath the floorboards, and the chick makes a run for it, and just runs in a straight fucking line, like went to the school of Prometheus for running away from things, and just in a straight.
Zigzag.
The Jew
Straight-
hunter wasn't very good at hunting that one particular Jew, was
He wasn't, no, but like you see her running, and there's an entire fucking forest just like there, and she's just running straight. Like, dude, just go that way.
Yeah, but there were
Man.
other Nazis out that way.
No.
Yeah, but why weren't there any
by the point.
Nazis there?
No, it's like a whole.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
It's about mise en scène. You know?
man. I don't know if this happened before the scalping and that, but Mike Myers' appearance, was that before? Was
That's
that
That's
After.
after. Yeah, that's
Oh,
after.
then-
We'll get there because I think you and I probably both have notes on
Yeah,
that.
sure.
Yep.
Oh, he was in Austin Powers once. He can do this.
Yep.
That's how I saw that.
That's yeah.
He can do it like
It's
a.
gonna be a long rant.
Let's move to the first scene of scalping.
He hasn't had a. Has he had? You have a whinge yet?
Hey?
Do you have any? He didn't have Dell and I both don't have any problems with the length of those scenes.
No, I actually, I thought that the opening was really good.
And so.
Dell and I are both okay with that.
I can't. I'm going to compliment the film. I can't do that. It's not,
No, you can.
I can. Okay.
We're not here to drag everything down.
Okay.
If we
just had to shit on it. Well,
we have to look for flaws. Is what we have to do.
I really like the fact that they swapped languages a few times that first scene.
Yeah.
Let's talk, French. Let's talk German. Let's talk English and stuff like that. It was really cool. The fact that you meet the bad guy of the film, and just how innocent he seems to how psychotic he goes. It's just, I had absolutely no problem with that opening scene whatsoever.
And it was the language part was good. It annoyed me. Like, I've got another annoyance because like they talk English because in that particular scene because no one else underneath
could understand
English.
Yep.
But then when Shoshana, when Shoshana does the filming for the actual scene. She's obviously learned English in the however many years it was.
Yeah.
Long run.
But historically, majority of the people in that would have no idea what she's saying. Like, even Hitler didn't know English.
Yeah, right.
And guys, they didn't know English. So they would have been like, the fuck is happening?
Yeah,
oh,
okay.
shit, everything's on fire.
Yeah, okay.
We're locked in.
I did not know that, yeah.
Yeah, I actually didn't know that either.
That did not cross my mind. That is a great point.
Good point.
The first scalping scene.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So for me, there's certain things in films I see that I can't overlook. If we go back to Jurassic Park, it's the fact that like the fence makes no sense as to how he scales down the wall, but the T-Rex is at
the T-Rex just appears.
And he's like the same
canyon.
height. Yeah, but there's clearly a canyon there. In this film, it's always that first scalp being cut off the head. It's clearly like he's holding it on there. He's like the scalp's already attached. He's holding it to the head and he's running the fake knife along it and pulling it off at the same time. Like, it's really obvious to me and I can't unsee it. And it always distracts me from the film. It always takes me out of the film. And it fucks me off to no end.
Fun fact. Sorry, that's Quentin Tarantino.
That is, indeed.
Quentin Tarantino's head.
Every time they do a scene like that in this film, it is obvious that it's makeup. Like, not all
the time. I feel like it was fake because you just said...
in the end, though, like when you see him cut into old mate's thing to do the Nazi thing, you can see straight up that's just like, that's effects and makeup. Like
They like Quentin Tarantino jerks himself off to that almost as much as...
Let's save that scene for the end, please, because we got a lot to say about that.
I reckon for yours, that was Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah.
I reckon the reason why that was a shitty scalping was because it's Quentin Tarantino. He's like, I'm not paid to get my hair cut. Fuck y'all.
Yeah.
My biggest irk with that scene was that there's so many bastards. And it's even called Inglorious Basterds, but fuck all of them do anything. You don't even see much of the bastards do things. You just see like 3 scalpings. You see Eli Roth being a big man with a bat. And then afterwards, it's only like 20% of the bastards like from the rest of the movie.
Can I just...
Are we jumping onto Eli Roth?
Not yet, no, but we will. Hold back. Again, I mean, obviously every Tarantino movie, Tarantino has to make some sort of cameo. But he picked a role where you don't even see his face for a second. It's like, couldn't you just pay some extra? It's like, gee, I'd love to be in a film one day. Hey, let's scalp you. And Quentin Tarantino was like, no, it's going to be my role. I'm going to fucking get scalped. I'm going to the first motherfucker.
Yeah. He's like, they're like, who's going to scalp me? He's like, first me.
Quentin, you asked the question. Who wants to get scalped? Okay, I will. I'll get scalped. All right, yeah, all
People
right.
with their hands up. No one? Fine. I'll do it.
Yeah, I just...
Again. I hate being in my movies.
Again, unnecessary. Anyway, that's my rant. But yes, we can go on to Eli Roth.
I just imagine there's someone out there like, he was actually the first one to do it. Marvel copied Quentin Tarantino. Okay.
Oh, God. Okay, Reddit.
All right, let's move on to Eli Roth. Because he's literally my next point. He is annoying. He is not a good actor in this film. He is a great
actor, Sam. What are you talking about?
You know what, man? I like his stupid gore horror films like Hostel and shit like that.
Hostel was a banger.
Hostel was
Hostel
great.
2 and 3, no. Hostel 1,
great.
Fuck yes.
Pretty good.
But man, he is just like the definition of like trying too hard. When I see him do the whole thing, like he does his whole scene. Firstly, Why does it take him so long to walk out of a cave?
Because it's
Tension,
good
bro.
suspense,
It's
bro.
tension.
That's the same
No, I
suspense
understand the
you were-
filmmaker perspective of
gagging
it.
on it earlier.
I understand the filmmaker
Like,
perspective.
why is it taking so
But
long?
realistically-
I don't understand.
If he was a better actor, I wouldn't have cared. And then the fucking line, 2 hits, I hit you, you hit the ground.
Oh, so cheesy.
It's such a bad line.
It is.
I feel like that could be like a callback to the 40s where like that would happen in baseball. Like people would say that all the time in like some kind of baseball or like a maybe not baseball because like a 2 hit, I hit you, you hit the ground, sort of thing. But like it seems like a tough guy thing that they'd say in the 40s if you looked at shitty movies from the 40s.
Here's the
were like,
thing.
Listen, guy, how about you and me go down here? We'll settle that old school. You know what I mean? Like
2 hits, I hit the ground. I hit
2
you,
hit-
you hit the ground.
Yeah, 2 hits. Yeah, like one of those things. But like he's all like. I'm like he's like a dad that like won one basketball game with his son and he just thinks he's the shit.
Yes, it's so bad.
Yeah.
Like even that line, any line can be delivered well by a good actor,
Yep.
and he makes that line hurt. Every time I hear it, it hurts.
The thing that bothers me is when you see him and you're expecting this, you hear like the bear Jew and this guy with a bat that beats people. You think of this real big, bulky dude. He comes out and his eyes look really watery, like he's crying. And I'm like, I don't fear you at all with that baseball bat.
It's like he's been in that cave for so long. He
He's
walks
been
out and then
crying.
his eyes hurt. And like,
Because the
"Oh,
sun's so bright. I'm still going to
Right.
act tough, damn it.
Like I'll give him this. He did put on some muscle for it. He did. Like
He did
he's,
put a
he's
little
a
bit
thinner
of
dude.
Yeah, he is a thinner dude.
But that's full stop.
I just read one of Dell's comments here, and it's like the bear Jew who's notorious for using a baseball bat used it once in the whole film.
He did, though. He did.
The most fucked
You
up
never
part,
see the bat.
You never see the
ever
bat again.
again. He
Someone-
never brings it back.
there's a trivia about that where it's Anne Frank's name is written in the bat.
Really?
And I don't know how that's a thing.
I don't know why.
Because I thought that like Anne Frank's like diary wasn't found for like a while after
After the whole...
the whole World War II thing.
Unless he knew all along.
He's just like, this is my friend Anne Frank. She wrote her name on a bat.
Yeah, that-
Because I like her and she's fun.
Yeah, she's pretty
So,
cool. I hope to
well,
see her again sometime.
She's,
Like
she's
edgy.
got nice feet.
Of course, Speedy would say that.
he literally he called the bear Jew and he beats people with a bat. One scene, that's it. You never fucking see the baseball bat. You don't see it like on his back or anything. You don't see him use the bat. You don't see him any like area where he has to get the bat out for some reason or even threaten someone. It's like it's fucking wasted calling him a bear Jew. It's fucking wasted.
And not even that fucking hairy. Like, what the
He's
hell?
not that hairy.
Doesn't look one thing like a bear.
No
I don't
resemblance
know
to
why
a bear.
he's called the bear Jew. I don't get that.
Maybe he is a homosexual man.
Bear's a bat.
Bears aren't bad.
He bears a
What's your
bat.
problem? What you got beef with bears for?
The bear Jew.
I don't know. Like he's bearing arms, but he's bearing bat, and he's a Jew. I don't know. That's what I mean. I'm saying it doesn't make sense. No
It
point.
doesn't make sense. That's it.
Give me that face. Like I'm like
It does.
I am
Just
literally not
staring at
making
you like
it
I'm just
sense.
staring at you like what? But like, yeah, I get you. I was doing it for a bit.
Yeah, no, cool. I'm like,
You're
what
like,
do you
you
want?
get
What do
this.
you want from me,
This
man?
is simple shit, man.
What's everyone got on Hugo Stiglitz?
Fucking love that guy. I love Stiglitz. I reckon that guy was the shit.
Okay, so firstly, he's BJ Blazkowicz, like from the Wolfenstein video game series. He's
Yeah.
that character in a nutshell.
Yeah,
nutshell.
absolutely. He didn't want to do the movie because he's like, I don't want to be a Nazi. And then Quentin Tarantino was like, bro, you get to scalp Nazis and beat the shit out of them. And he was like, I'm in. Like,
So
he,
he's
like,
playing himself.
yeah, he's playing him in those video games. It fucks me off how he goes, but that's a later on particular topic. But
Can we cover that now? Or
Well, I'll do my bit first because chronologically it'll make more sense.
sure.
yeah,
Um,
I thought his character was great because I liked seeing like an unhinged dude just wail on
Yeah.
German. No, we're not Germans, but like because he's German, but like Nazis. Wail on Nazis.
Yep.
Did you ever find out the reason why he hates Nazis as a German? I don't think you do.
It was because they wouldn't let him be as brutal as he wanted to be. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, really? I didn't get that.
I actually can't remember.
I can't remember. Yeah.
He's the guy who was the German.
He was a dude in prison who, like, for
Yeah.
killing other Nazis.
Yeah, because he
killing
was
other Nazis,
like
yeah.
because he was just a serial killer to start with.
Pretty much.
And I
yeah.
like that.
So let's move to that point right there, right?
Yeah.
And I've made a point, and you guys might have read it, but how is he considered an amateur? I understand the line sounds cool when, you know, he delivers it and shit. Like, we were wondering if you wanted to go pro. The whole thing is they literally explain he's known for killing 12 high-ranking Nazi generals.
I think it's more
In
of
those
like
12 deaths, there's no way he wouldn't have killed more people to get to those 12
I
Nazis.
think it's because of that line where it's just like, every man under my command owes me 100 Nazi scalps. Nazi scalps.
Because he hasn't given him any scalps,
Because, like,
he has
he's
to go pro.
done 12. He's done 12. He's like, that's some good amateur league, boy, but do you want to go on the pros? Because every man under my command owes me 100 Nazi scalps.
I guess because Hugo.
For me, it just falls apart.
He kills people. He doesn't just shoot a bunch of people. He'll kill one-on-one people, whereas he's not like killing groups, which is what Brad Pitt's character wants him to do, to scalp Nazis. And can we just touch on Brad Pitt's horrible accent? How fucking... I know that Tarantino told him... Yeah, I know.
Gorlami.
I know Tarantino told him that he likes this whole, like,
The slapstick
he
bullshit.
likes that bad accent, but I cannot...
That scene at the end, I fucking hate.
I can't watch it and listen to it. I'm like, oh, this just sounds so fucking stupid.
When I first watched it, like, when it first came out, I was like, because he says buongiorno.
Buongiorno.
And then, like, I'm watching it for this, and I was like, kill me.
Yeah, it's... anyway.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's look, for me, it actually never concerned me.
His regular voice, where he's just like, my name is Lieutenant Aldo Rain. I didn't mind that. Like,
Aldo Rain.
I didn't mind that. I thought that was just part of the character. Him putting out his jaw made me want to punch him in the face.
Oh, by the end, yeah.
Yeah. He's not my punchable face, though.
We just
But,
say
like,
bingo.
yeah, he's just his jaw's out, and I just remember like seeing dudes like in high school with like jaws like that. No one was arsehole, so I just assumed like,
Always jerks, yeah.
yeah, like that's jerk jaw. Jerk jaw.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
But yeah, back to your question. Yeah, he was a really cool character.
We're talking about Hugo Stiglitz.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, he was a badass.
Hugo was sick. I would have loved to have seen like him, because I think the biggest thing with Hugo is like because you watch Tarantino movie and you think like this motherfucker's gonna
Do some shit.
Do
gore
some
up some
psycho
motherfuckers,
shit, yeah.
and then he just gets killed in a bar.
Yeah.
that was upsetting. That was the saddest death.
He
of me
was
for
like
that time.
he was like trying to move it forward in that bar scene. He's like, no, we don't do that. No, we got to go. No, we've got things to do. Mate, you should leave. And everyone's like, oh, no, that's okay. And he's like the only one trying to stop everyone from getting murdered in or
Which is
fucking
really weird
in
for
a
character
basement
choice.
bar.
Yeah, exactly. Oh,
Sorry,
man.
in a basement.
In a basement.
It's a tavern. It's a tavern in a basement.
God, you do that bad accent so well.
Thank you. I've had a lot of practice at doing bad accents.
Do a bad accent.
Check out my fan fictions.
You got a side podcast, like
It's just me
Just
doing
bad
shitty,
accents.
shitty fan fictions in like even worse accents.
beautiful.
Check it out, guys. And by the way, I'm really enjoying this Econ 20.
He's Recon E20s. All right. Has anyone got anything before the scene where they have lunch with Goebbels?
At the cinema.
No,
I've got stuff about
At
the
the,
lunch.
at the restaurant. Yes, yeah,
Yeah. So let's talk about the lunch then.
I've
Have we got anything before
I've got
lunch?
just one
yeah,
thing.
I
Aaron's
do.
got one. Yeah, okay, go.
Oh, you want to go
I got
first?
one, but you go.
If they had to add the story to Shoshana, could they have done more than just have that one throwaway line of like, it belonged to my aunt, who we don't fucking know. And then like Daniel Bruhl's character, who I forget his name. He's a cinemaphile, I guess, but then he gets like real rapey. Is it because he can't have the one thing?
And he gets real rapey at the end.
In the end.
Yeah,
Like,
but
it's at
he
the-
had like a like.
He gets like
He seems kind of like romantic before that.
initially, yeah. He's sort
Initially.
of yeah.
He's
he's like-
obsessive.
Yeah, but then he's like, oh no, all these people come up to me like, I'm embarrassed. I'm
But
low key
it
famous.
probably
You've probably
has-
heard of me.
it
And she's
probably
like,
has-
no, and he's kind of like, you can see like his character was kind of like, what?
His ego is in check.
Have you not heard of me?
Yeah.
That's not the point. I wish if they're going to fill all of this pointless extra bits of story, it would have been nice to know like more about how she got the hotel. All of a sudden, she's just got a hotel, fucking cinema. She's got a cinema.
Yeah, right.
She's got a boyfriend.
She's Jewish people in films, bro.
Yeah, I guess.
Like that's literally all I could come up with.
Yeah, like I mean, at this rate, makes sense. It's a Tarantino film.
That's literally all I could get.
By the Weinstein Company.
I thought
it makes
about
sense.
it. Yeah.
So you wish there was more backstory as to how that cinema actually came into her blog, because that's not something that you would
and
just
she's
fall
supposed
into.
to be, and like this is like a little bit to a little bit further than the scene that you're trying to go to, the restaurant scene. But like she's like, oh, I love you to her boyfriend, but then the scene like later, it doesn't make sense of how like she's just like, oh, anyway, the guy that like murdered my family's here, and we're just gonna like kill ourselves and kill him as well, which was useless because he wasn't there. But her boyfriend and her still dead.
Wait, what?
Yeah, where are we?
Because I've gone for a forward a little bit to the actual burning
I get
of
what you're
the
saying,
cinema.
but is the plan that they just kill themselves?
Well,
Because
they've locked everywhere. The
yeah, but he can
open.
get out the back.
I think he escaped.
Yeah.
Did he? I don't remember seeing it. He was like ha ha ha, and he was like there.
I mean,
where
we're
the
really
fire.
jumping, but I'm pretty sure he survived.
You don't see him again.
You don't see him again, but there's no
Because he wasn't
implication
a
that he
main
died
character.
either.
He's surrounded by fire.
But I also I think there would
He
be
was
another
in
way
front-
out
he
though,
had
because
fire behind him.
Yeah.
Fire in no
There was
fire,
fire
in front
behind
of him.
him?
Yeah, the fire was. He lit the thing behind, and he was like the
It was behind the screen. but I don't
screen
think
was
it behind
the,
him.
the screen.
but he was standing
uh,
behind the screen and lit the nitrate in front of him.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but wasn't it screen him nitrate?
No,
it
screen
was
nitrate
him.
him.
Nitrate.
Disregard my.
Screen. So he could have gotten out.
I just
I
assumed
think
she
the
was like
point
a-
was actually they killed
a
themselves.
suicide pact. I
Because
thought it
for
was
them it was
suicide
like we
pact.
can kill all the high-ranking German people because they're fucking awful people, and the Nazis we can kill all of them. And who cares if we
Including-
die at the same time? Because what else have we got to live
that
for?
that was just like some kind of seppuku, like we're going down, we're taking them with us, sort of deal. That was my whole thing, and I was like, I mean, she died in a different way.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh,
Do y'all want to cover this later, or do you
Yeah,
want
we
to
can,
jump to the
we
end?
can get back there.
we can cover whatever you want, baby.
As so before that lunch scene, I think that's where you meet Major Hellstrom. Is that where? Because he pulls up to get her in the car.
Yes.
He tells her to get in the car.
Yeah.
Does he appear before that? No, he
No,
must have.
that's his first scene.
That's his first scene.
Hellstrom's
I
first scene
didn't
is
realize that was the same person until you just fucking mentioned it.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
no,
I was
no,
just
he
like, when you were like, pulls him in the car, I was like, holy fucking
Yeah,
shit.
I only noticed it watching it again for this.
Yeah.
I only noticed it watching it again.
But has has Mike Myers gone before this scene?
No, he's after.
that's
Fucking
next,
hell,
yeah.
we're a bit. I don't know where anything is in this film. But yeah, I've got a lot of Mike Myers, as you can tell. Just seething with rage, ready for it. But anyway, as for that lunch scene, no, there wasn't really anything I can find in that scene. Again, it was another good tense moment. With the girl. What's the girl's name in it? Sorry. Shoshana. The actress who played her was really good. Again, the European actors, they did such a good job in that movie.
I thought her acting was.
I really liked it. I was on board.
I bought it.
I just want to say real quick on that lunch scene, the reason I was asking about it is the 2-second clip of Goebbels fucking his translator. Pointless.
I feel like the
remember that.
translator is in almost every Quentin Tarantino movie.
Yeah, I know she's in Kill Bill. I remember her from Kill
Yeah.
Bill. I don't
Oh.
know what else she's in there.
I just really
There you
enjoyed
go.
that scene. I just think she's really
There's-
pretty, and I was like, oh,
I can
Hi.
Literally,
I can
the only-
gift this 2-second clip.
yeah.
The only
for it.
comments I have from that scene is the mics that they must have had running over the tables while they were all eating. Were like just the game was just like as far up as they can go because you hear like
That would've been Foley, dude.
That was Foley.
Yeah.
Because there was so many things in that like when Lando grabs a cigarette and he taps it on the cigarette case, no sound.
I didn't notice that.
I think I talked to you.
Yeah, you told me about that,
Yeah, and
yeah.
I was like, that annoyed me because like they're in the scene and everything is so clear, but you don't hear like a little.
Yeah.
And I was like,
okay.
The fuck?
Yeah, okay,
Quite
I didn't
quiet.
notice that. I was
So
I
I
was
feel
probably
like that was all
by
Foley.
that stage I was probably distracted by like
It's called Foley Pete.
You're doing
yeah,
it.
but like
Yeah.
the eating noise. No, I get it what it is, but like the fact that it was too high in the mix would have like distracted me from everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right. Are you ready, Dell?
Yeah, no, I'm ready.
Mike Myers, his makeup is bad. I have no problem with him being in this film. His scene is fine, but whoever did his makeup did it as though he was in a fucking parody film where he's playing 7 different characters.
Oh, and they just smushed all his makeup together.
No, like he looks like he's one of those, like he's in Austin Powers, something like they just do his makeup. Like he looks like a character in one of his films.
Okay.
With the way they did his makeup.
Yeah, it is parody. It's very parody.
It feels real parody makeup. It just feels too over the top.
Yeah, I play that.
Here we go, Dell.
Hit us, Dell.
Unleash.
Hit us.
Yeah, no, I thought you did a great job. After all that build up for nothing. No.
Yeah, I really like it. Next
man.
question.
Oh, man. You guys know how I feel about just dumb casting. Again, why do we need Mike Myers in this film? Why do we
I can
need
tell you
it as
that.
okay, please.
I can tell you why.
Please.
He wanted to be in it because
Good for him.
he always wanted to be in a Tarantino film.
I always want to be in a
And,
Tarantino film.
Yeah, I think he's got like 1 or 2 more accolades than you at this
Bullshit.
stage.
No, he hasn't. What's he got?
Austin Powers 2.
Okay. But
Yeah.
has he been in any Cannes local commercials? No, he hasn't. So there you go. Fucking
Austin
checkmate.
Powers
Is
1.
he on the billboard at the airport?
Exactly. No, he's not. Exactly. He ain't. No.
His like I think one of his parents or both his parents were like some kind of like they were in the war. So he wanted to do like he wanted to be in it and he wanted to have some kind of like he wanted to be in like the army or something of that. And they were like, all right, well you can be this guy. And he was like, oh, okay.
I'll do it.
I actually saw an interview with him. I don't know what the interview was on, but I saw an interview with him for Inglorious Basterds for the short scene that he played. He was doing a press tour for it, which was weird.
That is really weird.
Just to get a name.
But he was saying in that like part of the reason I wanted to be in this film was because I always really, really wanted to be the guy who points at a map and goes here, here, and here. And I found that fantastic.
Okay, that's kind
Anyway,
of cool.
he
but
got there.
he did his part. I don't know. It just once again, Mike Myers having to play a British guy. Like all I saw was Austin Powers, like Austin Powers / Dr. Evil talking. They're called the Bastards, you know. Yes, you need to go over. And be like, oh, fucking bullshit. It's just cast any old British dude. Seriously, any old British dude. You got all these German actors playing Germans, all these American actors playing Americans.
Do you know who would have done a better job in that scene?
Jerry
Any of the
Seinfeld?
people that played James Bond.
Wrong, Michael Caine, but carry on.
Oh yes,
Michael Caine would have been great.
Yes, Michael Caine would have been fantastic in that.
I think you should go about here, and I think maybe here and here.
Hello.
John Cleese, Michael Caine either would have worked.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm Michael Caine. Not many people know that. Anyway, these are called the Bastards. You might want to go over there. Not many people know them. You know, just like that would have been. Oh man, if Michael Caine, that would have been. That movie was already a 9.5 in my book, but that's a 10 if it was Michael Caine.
What happens when you fall off the horse? This is a bad Michael Caine. I can't do it. But I'm going to keep going. He's like, you get back on, Master Wayne.
You want to go here, Master Wayne? I mean, oh man, but yeah, again, like Mike Myers, just I don't know. I've seen him in too many movies playing a British guy, and I get it, he can do it somewhat, but I don't know. I didn't really. Again, it's just pointless to me. It's just pointless.
Okay, all right, okay.
I actually enjoyed it just because I don't remember seeing him in anything.
Yeah,
For like
yeah. After
He did disappear
after
for a while.
Goldmember, I didn't see him.
I think
because
because like Goldmember wasn't the best.
Yeah, it wasn't.
It definitely
And then he's just done like some small bits, maybe some
Take
TV
some
shows
cameos
and cameos and stuff like that.
Yep.
I don't know. But apparently he's a real dick to work with as well. So.
Really?
Yeah, Mike Myers
Oh
is a real
man, that
dick.
kind of like kills my erection there.
No, he's like rated one of the worst actors in Hollywood to
Like
ever work.
Andy Samberg.
Yeah, pretty. I didn't know Andy Samberg.
Yeah, apparently he's a dick.
Really?
A huge arsehole.
Apparently the number one is Chevy Chase. He's the worst person.
He has not
I mean,
gone well.
If you want to
Yeah,
have
don't-
fun with that, listen to Harmontown. Just find
Oh,
any episode
man.
of Harmontown, and Dan Harmon will bring up at some point Chevy Chase.
yeah.
Yeah,
I know
he's
he
like
hates
when
him.
I was in Community, and you're like, oh, here we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
He at one point he plays a voice message he got
I
from Chevy
saw that,
Chase.
yeah.
I think it's in his documentary. He's got a documentary called Harmontown as well.
Oh shit!
And he talks like it goes real dark because he talks about his alcoholism and shit like that. But in one point, he's doing his podcast and he plays this message he got from Chevy Chase about how he'd written his character and he's like losing his shit at him.
Oh, that's brilliant. Yeah, it's
pretty
brilliant.
great. It's a pretty good time. I love Community. Let's never do Community.
I guess what we're doing
Next episode.
Next week.
That is
is
like straight up. That will kill me if we do Community.
Yeah, welcome to being dead
Welcome
on the
to Aaron's
inside.
world.
Community would take we need to plan this in the next 6 months.
We've already worked this
see-
out. We're going to do a season at a time.
And I've seen that enough, and he's definitely
Yeah,
seen it
I'm
enough.
on like
that
I literally rewatching it again now. I'm on like my 6th rewatch.
we're just
of it.
waiting for you, really.
To what? Rewatch season 1 of Community.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could organise that.
Give me some hope, tied to a tree. Give me the hope, so I want to see.
Season 1's a short season too, isn't it?
I have no fucking
Nah, still 22 episodes.
I thought it would have been 13.
Nah, it's 22.
All right.
Yep. Anyway, we got lost track there. Let's get back on track. Peter, you probably didn't notice this because it's not a real foot, but the German captain.
Fuck you.
Let's try that again. Peter, you probably didn't notice this because it's not a real foot, but the German captain in the bar scene is drinking from a boot.
I did actually notice that. Because I was like, oh, it's a boot. Fuck yeah. Because I know them from drinking beers with
Das
you,
Boot.
Sam. Das Boot.
Das Boot. Yeah.
What a fucking great segue that was.
Can't.
Do not edit that out at all.
Please,
Yeah.
please.
Oh, fuck.
I did notice that. Thank you
Look,
very much.
After my notes from here, I'm quickly running out of notes. So if anyone's got anything before the bar scene or for the bar scene, please tell me now.
I got one. It's another casting choice.
Yeah.
Samuel Jackson as the narrator. Why?
Yeah. No. I think I made a note that was like he just has to put Samuel L. Jackson
Has to
in
put him
every
in
single
there. It's
film
like,
of his.
oh, come on, Quentin. You don't need him in there.
I'm like trying to think of like, who was he in that?
He wasn't anyone. It was
It's
the
just the
scene where they were
narrator.
like going over the plan of what was going to happen
Dun,
and
dun,
shit
dun.
like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But he didn't. I don't think he ever come back. Like,
Is
he
it
only
'cause
No,
narrated-
it's just that one
It's
scene.
that one scene.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
I need to put him in it.
I have to
just
put.
need
Yeah, wait.
I was so
I-
confused when you were like that. I was like, I swear he was not the only other black guy in this movie.
No, he's just the narrator, and it just again, it's just pointless.
Yeah.
And
He sounds badass, and
He sounds
I think for the
badass.
scene that he did, it was fine. I get that it's like, Quentin Tarantino using Samuel L. Jackson again, but at the same time, I was like, that's pretty cool.
Who
It's pretty cool
doesn't
throwback.
like
It
Samuel L.
bothered me.
Jackson?
The only note I've got up and around it is the fact that it doesn't matter what happens in between that. It doesn't change the plan.
You made notes on Operation Kino, didn't you?
Yeah.
What was your problem with Operation
German
Kino?
cinema.
Oh, it's just like nothing necessarily changes. Like the plan is this: we're gonna go in, we're gonna do these things, we're gonna get this stuff. It all goes to shit. Cool, no worries. We'll keep going.
This whole thing is like half of the movie doesn't matter anyway, and that's
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
annoyed me. But apparently, that's also what makes the movie the movie. Like if you take the bastards out, they all still die. If you take Shoshana out without the burning of the cinema, they all still die.
Yeah.
It's a pointless movie because if one of the storylines doesn't go through, it still ends the same way.
Yeah, and none of it's
Dead
actually
Nazis.
quite real, and all of it's like
Nazis.
I do like the alternative history side of the film. It's pretty
Yeah.
cool because every single person who went to see that film would have gone in expecting them to fail.
yeah,
Right?
but
Because
it's,
everyone goes in with this preconceived idea that, well, Hitler killed himself, they didn't kill Hitler, so there's
Yeah,
no
but
way
if
that's going to
you're
happen. So when
watching-
you watch
but
it,
the problem being
If you're watching one of his movies like Tarantino, you know it's not going to
It's gonna be twisted.
I don't know. I mean, I remember when I
Yeah.
first saw it, I went in 100% expecting them all to die in the end. I had that set in my head that when I first watched it.
But that's sort of a thing now, like with Tarantino, like he's changed his thing from being I just do gore to I'm just gonna take some history and I'm gonna change it a bit. And like that is now his new
Yeah,
thing.
look, that's definitely what he did with Once Upon a Time.
Yeah,
in
I
I
haven't
Hollywood as
seen
well.
it. No spoilers.
No, he does that exact thing though. He just like here's a thing that you expect to happen. No, it doesn't in my life. It doesn't know it now. And the next film he does is either gonna be one or the other. Like
I
that's,
think he's creating these things and building off his own ideas
Yeah,
because
but-
again, Once Upon
but
a Time in Hollywood takes it further again,
Yeah.
it does.
and it
but in the same
there's
way,
some
it's
fantastic
almost like
scenes in there.
yeah. Oh no, it's a great film. But at the same time, he's copied and pasted a lot of the ideas and is it? No, it doesn't.
Yeah,
because I feel like he's gonna, as a movie maker, he's gonna fall into that. That's the thing.
The thing that annoyed me the most, like just bringing up Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Again, another piece of trivia. Oh, Aaron, interesting.
I want to hear
Thank
this.
you.
Yeah.
He considered titling this movie Once Upon a Time in Nazi-occupied France. Nazi-occupied France. Once Upon a Time in Nazi-occupied France. That was his. He wanted to call it that, and then the people were like, oh no, don't do that. He's like, all right, well, I'll give that to the chapter of the first chapter of the film, which is like it appears on the screen. Once Upon a Time in Nazi-occupied France, and then a few years later, he's like, I really like that Once Upon a Time in something.
Yeah, I gotta reuse that.
I'm gonna use that again.
Yeah, right.
And like Once Upon a Time in Mexico, he couldn't do again because like he didn't do that. But like Once Upon a Time in Mexico was already
a big thing.
a movie, so like
Yeah.
it's done. So he's like Hollywood, I guess.
So he's falling into. Oh, that's fine.
I just thought it was funny that like he had the same name twice.
So we're up to the bar scene, is that right?
I think we're up to that bar scene.
Yeah, I
now.
feel like that's
Yep.
That's where we at. That's where we at.
yeah. Go where we at.
Man,
Bar scene.
I was saying.
I loved the bar scene. That was
Yeah, I love the bar scene too.
I enjoyed it. I'm going to jerk it off again. It was a great scene. However, who was the guy that we were just jerking off before?
Hugo.
Yeah, he shouldn't have died there, man. Like he should have done more
that was
killing.
my point.
They psyched him up to do so much more.
I was expecting more. Yeah.
Yeah. And he dies in like the shittest way because like this whole time he's like, we gotta go, let's go, stop talking, I'm your commander, sit down, we're leaving, blah blah blah. And then I think like the actress lady,
Bridget von Hammersmark.
yeah, Bridget von Hammersmark or Diane, whatever her name is. Yeah, they were like, oh no, it's fine. We'll stay. No, it's cool. We'll stay. And he's just like, we gotta go, stop talking, blah blah. And like he's trying to get out because he's like,
I'm about to kill someone.
shit's going
Shit's
down.
going down. He knows.
I like killing people. I don't like to get killed.
Yeah.
And every time he just pretty much gets shut down. And guess what happens? They all dead.
One thing I found in that scene, because the British guy, I can't remember his name in the movie, the spy, the British spy that comes over to join the Bastards, is doing all the...
Hickox?
Hickox.
Hickox, that's him. Should know that. He's doing all the talking, and that's how the other officer notices his accent. I was like, why don't you get the German guy to do all the talking? Because then there's no fuck ups. There's no,
Yep.
Get him to do the talking, and then get up out of there. I don't know. That just bothered me in a little way that they could have had that, because that's how they got found out. Because the British guy's accent come through, and then Major Strom. What is it? No, Hellstrom? Major Hellstrom is like, detect accents or whatever he says.
And he like the two places that he said for the other two German officers that are a part of the Bastards, they're actually where they're from.
Yeah.
But again, fun fact about Michael Fassbender, he changed the dialect himself for that because again, he's a German speaker. So he knows how to speak German fluently. It's his first language.
But he actually had to
he had to dumb it down and like change a little bit.
That's incredible for what he did, but yeah, that's the only thing I could really... But that scene...
Is that like being Australian and like, wait, I'm going to talk like I'm from Cairns. Yeah, nah, can't, eh? It's all good, eh?
There's so many parts of Australia that talk like that, mate. Like, we're fine, don't worry.
Yeah, no, we got it.
The other German bloke in the Bastards, he also seemed like a real suave dude, and I feel like he didn't get his chance to be that suave dude. Yeah. He had a few little bits where he's like, yeah, it's fine. He was like the cool guy with the leather jacket who's just like flips his little collar out, and he's like, hey, whatever, forget about it, and then like smokes a cigarette, and you're like, that guy's cool.
That guy's cool.
I want to be like that guy and skin a Nazi or something. I don't know.
When is it Hickox? Hickox? Is it?
Hickox.
Hickox. Just when he's caught out, he does the whole finger thing, and he fucks up because he does three more. And then
he does that instead of that. Which is going to be great for people listening.
Exactly. Yeah.
He does this instead of that.
See that.
And people listening are like, he did.
He uses his index finger, his middle finger, and his ring finger, as opposed to using his thumb, his index finger, and his middle finger.
It turns out I'm German.
Oh, you are too.
So you do it.
My Omar would love that.
There you go. But yeah, I thought that whole when he knew he fucked up and he had that tense moment, and Major Hellstrom was just sort of like watching them, and then all of a sudden it's like, well, the fucking cat's out of the bag here, and then Hickox, I hope I'm saying that right, just goes back to talking English. I fucking love that scene. He's like, well, I guess, old chap, I have to sort this way out because I had my pistol pointed at your balls this whole time. I've had my pistol pointed at your balls. And
I'm glad you love that scene.
I fucking love that ball
it's
scene.
It's a good scene. Solid scene.
It's a good Bukkake
I hope you two
moment.
get to
Bukkake
reenact
moment.
that at some point this evening.
Peter.
It's a hard
I
scene.
I don't think
feel
anyone
like-
heard that. Hold on.
There we go.
There we go. Yeah.
There we go.
It's a hard, tense scene.
It is a very tense scene and
Very hard and hard. Girthy.
very girthy. But yeah,
thick
that
boy scene.
whole scene was really cool. And then Brad Pitt comes in with his terrible accent and just terrible dialogue as well.
I just like to
Well, I guess.
we're in the basement. We're in a tavern in the basement. Like
He's the dumbest fucking character. I'm sorry. He's just such
I
a
liked it.
dope. It's like, how the fuck did he get reign of command?
him speaking Italian pissed me
Oh
off.
my
but like
God, yeah.
him like his accent, I was like,
It is funny.
I
but
like it.
It is
I
funny.
didn't even
but-
think it as like a funny thing. I was just like, I like that as an
Nah.
accent. Like if I met someone and they're like, "How you going? My name is Lieutenant Aldo Rain." I'll be
Aldo
like,
Rain.
"Hello, Aldo Rain. My name."
You just start impersonating him, yeah. But yeah, that scene is really cool, though.
Yeah, I have nothing on the bar scene. I have a note about everything after the bar scene, but the bar scene itself, I think, is like the peak of the film.
It's a great scene. Shit goes down. Apparently, the scene where Hellstrom has King Kong. Is it he the one with King Kong?
Yeah.
That spiel that speech is actually like almost verbatim of a speech that Quentin Tarantino did on an interview
Oh, really?
about like how King Kong is a movie about whatever the rant was.
Yeah.
I was like, is he a black man? Is he a such and such and such?
Yeah, it was like a slave thing, and
Yeah.
like his whole rant. Like Quentin Tarantino actually said like pretty much the exact same thing on an interview. But a fun fact about King Kong is it's one of Hitler's favorite movies.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, well, what a fun fact that was.
Interesting.
That
I love
Hitler's-
how deep you've gone on this film.
yeah, well, I didn't have a lot to shit on, so I'm like,
Yeah.
I guess it's trivia.
In saying that, we've gone on for quite a while. Yeah, I mean, look, I think it's been a bit of like half shit talking, half like celebrating at the same time. So everything after the bar scene for me was kind of where the film starts to get a bit more silly and doesn't really pick back up from the intensity. Pick back up the intensity from there. The whole reason they got into the cinema is because Colonel Lander allowed it. He
Yes.
knew everything that was happening. He knows exactly what's going on, and he literally just humors them to make them look stupid.
Yeah.
Which, as I wrote that, I realized, okay, so the Gorlami and all that sort of shit, it's almost like you're viewing the film from his perspective. Like he's just
Yeah.
making them look stupid, and that's why that's so stupid, because realistically, he is just mocking them at that
he
point.
knows
Yeah.
exactly
Yeah.
what's going on.
Yeah.
He is far too intelligent of a villain
Yeah.
to be
That's
in the know of
stupid.
what's going on.
And he's like, I know about your two friends with the explosive strapped to their legs. I know he didn't know about all of the
cinema.
the cinema about to light up.
No.
No.
Like, he knew about their little plot because of the whole if the shoe fits
Yeah.
Cinderella
Oh, man.
bullshit.
Yeah.
What scene?
I don't tell me like you wouldn't know that
Yeah.
scene. I said
Yeah,
if the
I
shoe
thought you
fits,
would
you're
know
like, I don't know what scene you're talking about. This could be any scene.
What scene?
That scene itself was just another fucking awesome tense moment where he just puts the shoe on her and she's crying and like that, and he's just staring at her and she's like, so what now? And he just fucking, without a second beat, jumps over and starts strangling the shit out of her.
Oh, I have a fun fact for this.
Oh yeah.
So
She has feet. Oh, that's a good.
no.
Sorry.
Okay. So you make films, right?
Yes, yeah.
If someone's getting strangled, who is the main actor in that film? In that scene?
The one getting strangled.
Okay, cool. Just thought I'd get that out there really quick. All right, so Tarantino was like, no, I want to strangle her because I feel like you're not portraying how you should strangle. So those hands strangling her, they're Tarantino's hands.
Oh, so he's in this
Whoa,
movie
what?
twice.
Yeah.
I
Those
did not
hands
know that.
strangling her throat, That's Tarantino's hands.
He just wants to kill somebody.
Wait, so he didn't think that she was doing it right, or he was?
No,
doing
he just wanted to strangle a bitch.
Oh,
Yeah, so Lando was like Christopher Waltz wasn't strangling good enough, so he was like, step aside, I'm a
I'm
strangle
going to
this.
get my hands involved.
So the chick getting strangled is the actor in that scene. Like
Yeah, of course.
that is the person who has to portray the fact that they're getting fucking strangled out. But he's like, nah, I'm gonna make this.
Really? I didn't know that.
That's a whole thing. That's a whole thing. And I read that. I'm like, oh, this fucking dude.
Man.
He's like next level.
Yeah, he's another. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I read that. It's a whole thing.
That's nuts.
Yeah, he just wants to be that guy.
He just wants to be that guy.
Has anyone got anything else before we finish the film? Before we get to the end of the film?
Oh, yeah.
Daniel Bruhl like losing his shit when he gets his advances taken off a few times. Like he was like, "But I gave you the cinema and I gave you all of these people here for the cinema," and she's like, "I didn't ask for any of this." And to be fair, she did fucking not.
She
Some
did not.
incel stuff, bro.
That was some
definitely
hardcore incel. Like he's numero uno on the incel.
He is a nice guy.
There's a whole guy punching a
He's
whole
a
bunch
nice
of
guy.
there's a whole-
He's like
across
the
world, There's a
grandfather.
whole bunch of dudes like punching face, but like that bitch.
Yeah, absolutely.
What?
He's
Yeah.
he's like the godfather of incels at this stage.
Yeah.
Like that. It was annoying.
Bell
It was.
tower.
I did like how they both died in that particular scene.
Yeah.
What fucked me off was the movie of that was made of him.
Yeah.
Guess who made that?
Like that,
In the movie.
Who actually filmed that?
Who made the little
Yeah.
short that was played? Your boy Eli Roth
Really?
and his brother.
Why did that shit you off? Like I said, Eli.
Shit, Eli Roth. No, but like you just like you're hating on him. I'm hating on
No,
him.
it's his acting. I don't like his stupid. I like his stupid films. I like his stupid.
We're just
films.
going
I
to
like his
pretend that
acting.
you hate this. Well, Sam,
Okay.
settle down.
For the
Stop
sake
hating
of
on
the
this.
podcast, you
Yeah,
hate
him and
this.
his brother came
So
and
you
they
hate
filmed
Eli
for.
Roth,
They filmed for 2 days to make that, and Quentin Tarantino just loved everything that they did. They're like, he's like, get an extra day, do what you want. And so like that they actually filmed that small particular thing, and it worked well, and they did 2 Wilhelm screams. One was in that, and the other one was like earlier on in the movie, which I forgot to mention.
I one thing I found in the ending was there was literally no point of the bastards being at the cinema. Like, I know they had a plan and stuff, but really, they really impacted it.
There was no point for those 2 bastards there. There was
2,
no
yeah.
point for any of the bastards. In this movie.
And this, well, I guess in the movie, but also, yeah, that ending, like, because the girl and the guy owned the cinema, had the whole place rigged up. They were going to blow
But the same
thing.
way goes the other way, because they were going to go to a cinema anyway, and then what's Bridget von
Hammersmark.
Hammersmark, yeah.
Hammersmark,
She was like already going to be at the original one where it was before it got moved. So even if that whole Shoshana, their cinema thing was taken away, they still would have done their thing.
Oh, yeah, I agree with that, but I think it just what happens, they really contributed nothing. Like, on the balcony when Eli Roth and the other guy are just shooting everyone down as the place is burning
I mean,
down.
they're going down, they're going to take some people with them.
Yeah, but can't they get out? Aren't they up the top floor where it's they walked it? Didn't they open the door to get into that room?
There's nothing to create an implication that they died either.
Yeah.
There's nothing
Well,
that says they
there's
died. They could have just walked out.
But also, originally they
could
were
have, but
going
I feel
to
like
die.
they were still standing their ground.
Originally,
shooting
they
everyone
were going to die. They'd come to terms that they were going to be dead.
with the dynamite strapped
Yeah.
to them, sure.
So
But
they were like, I've already made peace. We're going to be here. We're going to make sure we take out as many people as we can. I don't think it was like, we'll take some of them and then just before we'll run out. I think they're like, we already committed
we're
to
staying
death.
till the end, kind of thing.
We're like, we're here. We already committed to dying. Let's just make sure we take out, like, if more people than we need to. If there's an explosion, we're getting people around the explosion that miss. Like, I feel like that's why they were like,
look,
Ha ha ha, pill, pill, pill.
maybe I'm lazy, but if I see someone else doing the work for me, I ain't going to do anything, you know? If I see the place going up flames, well, I'll walk out. I'll live to fight another day, you know?
Well, that was convenient.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
I feel like that's what makes
That
you
place
like
around
a,
the corner's still open. I'm
Still,
going to
I'm
get
gonna
myself
get
a
coffee.
subpar
Yeah.
Nazi hunter, though. You know, like a subpar Nazi
I guess
hunter.
I guess in that way, if you've got nothing else to live for, you're gonna
Maybe they
take
were
some
down on some Nazi scalps.
Nazi
and
scalps.
So, like,
But how are they
had
going to
to,
get scalps if the
I
place
feel
is
like
burned down?
they got like a participation ribbon, you know, for
Yeah,
that one.
absolutely.
Like, hey, you didn't scalp them, but you took a bunch out, and good on you.
It was, but it really, I mean, that all the Nazis were getting killed that day, and they killed Hitler as well,
Yeah, so
which was a bit of a shock. I did like. I don't know why. I don't know why I find it funny seeing Brad Pitt get fucking tackled.
it's just fun to see Brad Pitt.
I don't
get
know
tackled.
why. It's just like he's standing there, like looking up, and then all of a sudden he just gets fucking drilled from the side,
Like spear tackled
yeah,
by,
full,
like, by a bunch of
football
dudes, yeah.
tackled by a bunch of soldiers. I don't know. I just thought that was that one clip, that 1 second clip. I was like, oh, that's so awesome. I don't know why, but it is. So,
I feel like that's all of the things so far that we could.
Yeah.
For me, from here, I literally go to like the end of the film. So
I was going to say I got some on the end of the film. Yeah,
we go to the end of the film.
End of the film.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, cool. Look, might as well start wrapping things up. The handing over of the weapons and stuff as they cross country lines feels very much like an insult to Colonel Lander's intelligence.
Yes.
He knows everything about the bastards. Surely he doesn't actually believe he can hand over everything without any consequences.
Yeah.
It's an insult. It's an insult to his intelligence, and it's an insult to the character. I think.
He
Yes.
seems suddenly naive. Like, it's like,
Yeah.
why are you naive suddenly? You've been so on top of everything.
Everything.
The entire film, you've been like the mastermind
He
of
probably
everything.
thought because his like underlings would never do anything to disobey his orders, and that he got told like, don't hurt this guy, don't hurt like Christopher Waltz's character. That he was going to be fine. He's like, well, they're not. My underlings would 100% like obey what I say.
They wouldn't.
feels like a stretch.
Yeah,
I'm stretching.
I agree.
I'm trying.
Yeah,
I'm
I
trying
agree.
to piece it together.
Yeah.
Like-
And I feel like that's why he was like. 'Cause that's why he was like, here you go, because he was just like, your higher up said don't hurt me, and that's when he was like, they said not to hurt me. He was like, yeah, I'll probably get some kind of weird.
Yeah,
He's like, I've been disciplined before. Let's just get this on. You're gonna take off that fancy suit when you get to your fancy island or your fancy whatever the fuck he said.
But you're still a Nazi or whatever.
Yeah. So like, I feel like
Time to grow a friend.
if I had to pick it, like that's probably how he just assumed like no one under my command would disobey me.
Yeah.
Of fear of death or whatever. Like, so he assumed the same thing for that. But like, Aldo Rain don't play no games.
That's right.
I hear Aaron, but you're wrong.
I get it.
You're
I'm wrong.
I agree with what Sam said. It completely undermines his character in the entire movie.
He was always a step above.
He was.
Yeah.
He
For the
wouldn't be
movie.
that dumb to do that, and he does. And especially again to Aldo Raines, who is not an intelligent character at all.
He's just
Ends up
bloodthirsty. He's just
outsmart.
a
He is
bloodthirsty
bloodthirsty,
dude.
but yeah, like it is a bit of a rip off on the character.
And it
So-
wasn't more of an outsmarting. He was like, I saw an opportunity, I took it. Like, there was no real, I outsmarted you.
You could have literally done that scene, but made it a struggle. You know what I mean? You could have been like you still could have had that happen and finished with that god awful line, but it could have been a struggle. It could have been a little fight between the two of them or something like that. Like,
Or if they took out the German soldiers.
yeah, if one of them took out a German soldier and the other guy and Aldo and Landa had like a bit of a fisticuffs or something, or a bit of a wrestling match.
Well, I mean, they
and in
shot the
end-
other guy in the gut.
Yeah, but what
Yeah.
I'm saying is, if instead of that happening, it became a fight because he didn't want to hand over his weapons or something like that. The film still could have taken the exact same journey, but not insulted the character in this.
Yeah, but you could even go on the other way with that and be like, I understand that this is the thing you got to do. Do it on my arm. Or like just something like anything, like you've got to do this on me. I understand what you got to do.
because if you the point of the swastika on the forehead is very obvious.
That you
don't
cannot-
Yeah, I know
hide
that.
cannot
But
hide
like
it.
the fact that the dude knows exactly what's going to happen is like he could talk his way out of it, being like, I
I
understand.
don't know. See, he couldn't talk his way out of it because again, Aldo's too bloodthirsty to do that.
And he's been
Yeah,
reprimanded
but if he started
before.
it early enough and been like, look, I'm going to do this. I'm going to
Nah,
move
no.
across. Like this, like, but that's the thing
gotta
though.
disagree.
Like if you know, but if you're going to do it, like if you're going to, and you know what's going to happen, if you're meant to be the character that he is going to be, and it is, he should know that it's going to end with that. So he needs to like work his way out of that from the start.
Yeah.
No, I think that what should have happened is he should have tried to kill Aldo the Apache and the other guy.
Yeah, but where how's he going to get like how?
Because Aldo and the other guy
after that?
wouldn't kill him, right? So if he failed, he wouldn't have killed them because they know that they have to bring him across enemy lines to get what they want. So if he had have tried to kill them but failed and instead they got to do the little swastika on his head, that story still would have been completed and we wouldn't have insulted anyone's intelligence.
Yeah. But at that stage, anyway, it wouldn't matter. You could shoot that dude in the head. It doesn't matter. The war is over at that stage.
But we don't know that. You don't know that. They don't know that. Aldo and his bro don't know that. I can't remember the dude from the office.
BJ
Blaskowitz,
BJ Novak is his
BJ
real
Novak,
name.
yeah.
I forget his.
No, it's BJ Novak.
Yeah,
That's his name in
I
the
just went
movie as well.
Blaskowitz because that's the guy
Yeah.
from Wolfenstein.
Yeah.
But they don't know that without him being alive, that the cinema is being set alight and the dynamite's going off. They don't know that.
Yeah, they assumed it's happened, but
Yeah.
they don't know if it
Yeah.
work. They don't.
They got no idea.
They don't know that it actually burnt up as
Yeah,
well.
but the way
They-
he's talking about like getting all the, like these are the plans that have been set aside. Tonight, like everyone's gonna die, and you have to thank me for that. I want immunity because
Yeah,
of
but
these reasons.
it only happens when he gets across those lines. That's the final point. Is once he gets everything handed over and they get him across the lines, that's when they know everything's gone through because he can't call anything off at that point.
It's too late. It's too late then.
Yep.
Even if you had like, I don't know, like a pistol or a knife on him, like he still had a weapon.
Yeah, I just feel like there had to be some struggle there.
Something like, because I don't think he'd give everything over that easily, but yeah, I've never
I
been-
wonder how he went. His new life with the swastika on his head.
Where do
How
you,
was life, you know?
where do you want to live? In New York or something? And he wanted to
I wonder
Yeah.
if he like got a good heel job and it like didn't look quite like a swastika, you know?
look like something else. Oh, it's just
Gets like a
birthmark.
tattoo on his forehead or something like that.
Yeah. I've gone punk, bro.
Some sort of cover up.
Yeah, some cover up.
Fringe. Just all fringe.
It might say, that's a bingo or something on his head or something like that.
It actually means peace and unity.
Gets it turned into like a 4 cubes on his head.
Yeah.
God, that would be like the only thing you could do.
That's the only thing you could do. Yeah.
There's nothing else you could do. No.
Yep. All right. So my last point is you kept saying it, and I have to disagree with you because of the line and that end scene. So at the very end of it, he goes, "You know what? I think this is my masterpiece," which is Quentin Tarantino saying, "I think this is the best film I've ever made," which is
Wank.
painful as fuck.
Wank.
Wank.
I mean, he's
Wank.
been writing it for like 11
long time.
11 years. He's
That's
probably going
cool.
to think it's his greatest
Shame he
work.
failed at the end of it.
Well,
It's
a lot
Snyder
of-
all over again.
This is the thing. He wrote the first bits in 1998,
Wanker.
How dare he?
and then he didn't know how to end it, which I wrote in the monologue at the beginning. He didn't know how to end it. He did the 2 killers, and then he ends up writing it whenever he did 2000 whatever. And it's almost like he didn't even end it. Like he just, like someone read the first bit and they're like, I'm not going to read the rest of it. Like, this is gold. Get on it. And he's like, okay. And like, he didn't know how to end it. So he's like, I guess this is how we're going to end it. I guess.
Yeah.
Hey, Brad, how would you end it?
I'd say finish with "This is my masterpiece." I think this is the best way to end it.
Yeah.
I couldn't even end it. I don't think I could. Because
I
I just fucking enjoy the movie.
like the ending.
No,
I
I'd
like
love
the
to see a
ending.
scene of old
I
man
like it.
on his island, like with his swastika, like being like just like
Oh, yeah.
straightening up
His
his like
porch.
whatever he's wearing, like
Yep.
and he's like doing something really American because like
Drinking, he's like, he has his own like dairy farm or something like that. All
Yeah.
the milk he could drink, and
Yeah, because he just really liked
It just
milk
has
and
a
strong,
happy
healthy
ending.
body.
just-
behind
yeah, it has a
Snyder.
real
That's
happy
the end
ending.
of the film.
I feel like that would make it for me.
Just to go back just a little bit, the thing that annoyed me about the scene before, just like when Leonard was handing over his weapons, you know how they shot his like driver or whatever,
Yeah.
and then scalped him. They shot him in the stomach. Google says that it takes 20 minutes to like several hours for you to die from that. So that poor asshole was getting scalped
Alive.
alive.
Yeah.
They don't care.
They don't care.
I was like, oh, at least fucking shoot him again. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Put him out of his misery.
I mean, they're not humane. I don't know why I expect them
I
to
think
be
they-
I mean, if he's
humane.
past that in shock, then yeah, he's still asleep.
You get shot in the stomach. People like run away from that, you know. People like go to sleep the next day and wake up going like, oh fuck, I'm sore. You've been shot.
How good of a villain is he though? Like,
So fucking
that'd be
good.
one.
Lando.
Hey.
Lando.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like in my opinion, probably goes down as one of the best villains I've ever seen in a movie.
He could very much be a Bond villain.
Absolutely.
I don't want to bring it back to Michael Caine,
Has he
but
been in Bond?
He
villain?
is. He is a Bond villain.
Michael Caine,
Bond.
the last one, Spectre.
Spectre, yeah.
I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, he
I
is
haven't seen the
legitimately a
last one.
Bond villain.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Michael
it
Caine
suits him.
saw that
Suits
and
him.
was like,
We said it here first.
Michael Caine saw that movie and was like, oh, he's gonna win like an Academy Award for that or whatever award it was. Like I
She did,
guarantee
didn't
it.
he? Yeah.
He did.
Won a lot of awards
Yeah,
for that.
but like he saw that and like just to bring it back to Michael Caine because
Hello.
Michael
Oh,
Caine.
It's
Yeah.
Michael Caine.
Yeah, we all have shitty
that
impressions.
man right there.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
got the award right there. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah,
I think Delta's the
Yeah, I
best.
think Dell wins that one for
I've
sure.
done a lot of practicing Michael Caine.
In the mirror.
in
Just
my
you in the
mirror in my
mirror.
bathroom. Like, hello, I'm Michael Caine. Not many people know that. You know?
Actually busting it out like I'm Michael Caine.
I'm Michael Caine.
Oh, Michael Caine. No, I'm not
Take
going
that,
to.
Michael Caine.
Is that what they call a bukkake then? Aaron
What happens for a double boot bell? It's because I'm like laying down here and I'm like, I don't want to do
Too
like.
comfortable.
There's a whole mic there. It's a
Yeah,
Oh man.
I'm comfy.
I have nothing else. My last note is this was really hard to criticize.
Yeah.
I know we just spent like a good hour and 10 minutes or something doing it. We spent a long time on that.
It was
But
difficult, but I feel like a lot of it was nitpicking, and then a
Yeah,
lot of
absolutely.
complaining of like, I think this was wrong, and the other ones
And
were
then it
like,
was-
I don't really think that's what it was.
this
Like,
episode was us nitpicking and then arguing with each other. And then nitpicking and then arguing
Yeah.
with
There
each
There's a
other.
lot of debating.
I mean,
on this
yeah.
one.
All
I
right.
had to.
Now we've effectively dished as much shit as we can on this film.
Yep.
Let's
Yep.
move on to some other things. And I reckon this is actually kind of the hardest part of this that I've ever had to do. So who was the real hero?
Oh, I went Hugo. I went Hugo again, man. Like, cause like the guy was like trying to be more of a hero than anyone. He's trying to get like everyone forward. He just died in a shitty incident. He was like, I'm gonna kill some Nazis. That's what
Yeah.
it's all about. I think he was the hero. I wanted more out of him, and I watched it. Like, I got really invested into it for that character.
I want Quentin Tarantino to do a Wolfenstein film.
Fuck yes.
With him.
Fuck yes.
He's the first villain to die.
He's like the
first
main guy, and
boss
you're like,
come across.
first villain. I'm calling it. It's Quentin Tarantino, man. He's gonna fuck with shit.
Yeah. I don't know why, but I want to say BJ Novak because he's just like, he's the hero. He
He's
survives it.
BJ Novak. Yeah. Okay.
He's in it and he makes his all the way. He fights the war and then manages to get his way to an office.
Survives.
Yeah.
And then marries some doesn't marry. Hooks up with some Indian chick. That's what it's all about.
Nice.
Wait, so you're connecting the Office universe?
Yeah.
and
Office.
Yeah,
This
it's
is
the same thing.
He should have aged a bit though, shouldn't have he?
No,
Okay,
no.
alright.
He's immortal.
Fair enough. He's Keanu Reeves. Dell.
Yeah, I had the name in my head and I've just forgotten it. But the girl, the actress that's in the bar that's talking to all the German soldiers and then she gets shot in the leg. And
Bridget von
Bridget
Hammersmark.
von Hammersmark.
yeah, she's a hero. She
Hero.
Yeah.
I can't. I
She
can't
served so
agree
many
with that.
snaps.
Hey,
That's little time.
All that schnapps.
look, she
She
brought.
loves the schnapps.
No, she you know, even getting shot in the leg, she still went to the cinema. She was still doing her job, even though she wasn't a soldier or anything. I don't know. I just thought she
She was a double
stuck,
agent,
She
right?
stuck by her word.
I just imagine she had like the English had some kind of like weird
Influence or
porn of her, and they were like, "We will show people this," and she was like, "Don't
Blackmailing
please."
her.
Yeah, I imagine she would like. Why
She's like,
would
fine, I'll betray my whole country for this.
I don't understand? Like, I don't know any of the motives, but I don't understand why she would have betrayed Germany as a famous like actress.
She was against the war, wasn't she? They said that she was
Potentially.
It was,
against-
it was a whole this whole thing about like the they try to explain it in Mike Myers' scene about like there's factions of beliefs within the filming community within Germany. Thank you, Sam. Sorry, yeah, the one part I paid attention to. Yes, thank you. No, they try to explain that part, like that she's part of a faction that doesn't like what's going on because it's ruining the filming industry. And
because Goebbels is he's in charge of all of the filming now.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes some sense. Actually,
it became propaganda. What she wasn't about. She was about like free.
She was about like actual like cinema, and that he's just like, no, we make propaganda films.
She was about cinema.
Yeah,
cinema.
That was the whole
Kino,
thing.
Because apparently that's German for cinema.
And if you put in $2.50, you could make 50 back.
Ooh.
You're all wrong. The hero is Hans Landa.
He's not a hero, man.
I'm
He's
sorry.
the villain.
Without Hans Landa, the war wouldn't have ended.
No, everything would have still burnt down
Isn't
to
that
the
by
ground.
No, because I think we've discussed that he knew who Shoshana was,
Yeah, he did.
and he could have chosen to act against that, and he
He
didn't.
manipulated it.
I think like in the scene at the restaurant with Shoshana, where he's giving her milk and the
Strudel.
Strudel's got like non-kosher meats in it. I think he just genuinely gave her milk. Just like he's like, you're a thin woman, have milk, strong bones, or whatever the fuck. And strudel, every German person loves strudel. You'll love it too.
I thought he was trying to.
I feel like he knows.
I thought he was trying to like remind
Because
her
why wouldn't he blackmail?
that first scene.
Why wouldn't he blackmail or bribe or intimidate
Because what
more?
threat is this Jew living in their
He
country?
doesn't know. So essentially, he's pointless then.
No, but he knows who she is, and if he
Yeah.
had have chosen to act on it, which he did not,
So he's not a hero.
so he is the hero for not acting
No,
on
he's-
it.
he's
but
an
also,
imbecile.
I think he
It's a
likes,
mind game. Either way, it's a mind
Yeah,
game.
yeah, exactly. I think he likes his power and likes intimidating. And he could have done something to her. But he's like, no, let's see how this plays out. She knows that I've seen her now, and like I thought the whole milk thing was a bit of a like throwback to remember when I shot your whole family back in that barn.
Yeah, I think
Like,
that's what it was supposed to be for
Supposed-
us.
yeah.
We're going to be like, oh no.
oh, not
And like,
the milk.
I think like, I don't
Good,
know.
but he goes, for
Strudel had-
her, a milk. I'm having this, but for her, a milk.
Yeah.
It's like he
Yeah,
can't.
so
He
we're all
knows.
looking like,
He knows.
and she's like, oh God, but he's probably just like, every girl likes milk. I gave some girl my milk earlier today.
wait for the creme.
Yeah, wait for the
for the
cream.
cream.
And like with the strudel, he's just like everyone in France and Germany loves strudel. Potentially, I've just made that up. I have no idea, but you will like this. It's like the strudel's definitely a test of like, are you a Jew? Are you going to eat this non-kosher meat?
yeah.
Okay, all right.
The milk, I think he's just like a sexist
I still think he's
weirdo.
the hero of the film.
And you're allowed to have a wrong opinion, and I appreciate you either way.
Either way, we appreciate you, Sam.
Look, guys, let's bring it back to the
yeah, bring
real
it back.
question.
Let's-
Who's got the most punchable face?
Oh.
Brad Pitt.
Again, mine's a toy. And I really like Brad Pitt, but it's between Brad Pitt and Hellstrom.
Yeah, I've got Hellstrom as well.
I get Eli Roth.
See,
Yeah. Fair
Yeah, I'll pay
see,
that though.
I forgot about him. He's so uneventful, even though he's the guy shooting, and he annoys me when he's in a scene, but when he's not, he's so unremarkable.
Yep.
I just forget that he exists.
Yep.
If I'm not looking at him.
Actually, no, I've changed mine. Mike Myers. I'm not even saying his character's name. Fuck Mike Myers in general.
How do you hate that man with so much gusto?
I
It
just
boggles my mind.
I don't hate him. I just hate the fact that they keep.
I just don't
casting
hate him. I
as
just
an
hate.
Englishman.
When was the
things
last
that
time
he
you've
does.
seen him in anything though, other than a Shrek film?
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh yeah,
I have not
he
seen
was
that
in
movie
that.
He was a
even-
British man. He was the English like producer for him.
Was
So
he?
you just hate him as English people? Is this what
I
I'm
just
getting?
think they could find an English person.
So
I like
I just
getting
gotta
natural.
take this back. Do you hate him as Austin Powers?
No,
So everything after that, you hate him though.
it's not like
You know Austin
Yes,
Powers is
it's a
English.
short question.
No, I don't like. No, I don't hate him personally. It's just more like it's just why. Like, why are they using him? Why just not have a British guy?
Because he can do a British accent. And he's
So can a British guy. He can do a British
What if
accent.
he did a better British accent to the American people
I probably did.
than a British person?
You know what? That's a very good point and probably very true, but still.
Also, fuck that guy.
Yeah, also fuck that guy and I'll punch him in the face, yes.
Yeah,
Fair
right.
enough.
That's fair.
but for England.
For England. I see, old boy, this fist of mine is quite strong. Yeah.
Peter, who did you have?
Who did I say?
Brad Pitt. didn't
Brad Pitt.
Right, okay. Yeah, cool.
Punch
checking
him
it.
straight up.
Yeah.
And he's
Punch him
British.
anytime.
Not just because
For
he's
being a
Brad.
handsome cunt.
Too good looking.
If you could change something about it to make it better, what would that thing be?
Now, my answer to this is the same answer that I have for the next question. If you could recast a lead role, who would it be?
That's
and
okay.
the third?
Usually is. I think they're just one question now.
Yep.
Let's face it.
Okay, cool. Well, one of the first people I noticed in this was BJ Novak from The Office. So
Where's Kelly?
I would replace all the bastards with everyone from The Office.
So Aldo Rain is Michael Scott.
No, actually, I would mix things up a bit.
What?
Aldo, no, Dwight is the bear Jew.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Aldo Rain
Incredible.
is actually Creed. Because
We have to see this.
I get it. I see it.
right? Jim is the guy who can speak Italian third best.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, who actually speaks it the
Who
best.
actually speaks it the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like Jim's like the guy who's just like, oh yeah, he's pretty good, but he's not the best, but he is the best, but he's not the best. He's the third guy. It's just all the bastards with people from The Office.
Who is Stanley?
Oof. I have his face in my mind. You know the guy... Hang on, I'm going to get his actual name, and I'll have to show you guys because you will be like, don't know who he is.
So we'll wait.
Yeah,
It's
please.
okay, we can wait.
Yeah, please hold.
Need a Jeopardy like ting, ting, ting.
That's not going to help me at all.
It's,
I have to
it's the
scroll
same
down
thing.
a lot. He's like a no-person character. Like, he's just Sam Levine. So he is
This guy.
that guy there.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Okay, yep.
Oh, yeah.
I see it.
Yeah.
I see it.
Sam Levine, for everyone out there who doesn't know who we're talking
He's
about.
sort of like the Freaks and Geeks
He's
guy.
in Freaks and Geeks, yeah.
He's the guy who's like...
He's always
he's in
small.
Not Another Teen Movie.
He's
Yes.
a small
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
He's a small guy.
Yeah.
A small Jewish bro who's just Jewish broing about.
Awesome. Dell.
Oh man, you know it would have been good, and I said this before. If the Bear Jew had another baseball bat scene, would have been really good.
So the baseball bat would be like who you'd replace with any other character. So you're like, oh, there it is.
There it is. But even like in that last scene where they're shooting everyone in the cinema, what if he just like ripped out his bat and just jumped
like
down, started
down-
slugging people? That
His
would be
mate's up
fucking
top
cool.
shooting, and he's down there
He's
just
just
like,
like,
two
fuck it.
hits, I hit you, you hit the ground.
Exactly.
Crowd
Bang!
goes wild.
Oh, even if he was like commentating himself like with baseball fucking technique, that's a home run, bang, smacking heads.
I have
and
a
shit.
feeling that like Eli Roth wasn't even told to like commentate, but he just did it anyway.
That would have been. I would have like, yeah, I would have respected him
And
so
he's
much
like,
more.
this is like the 8th take. We're just gonna fucking put it in.
Fuck it. You know what? Jump down there with a baseball bat and just start slugging people.
Yeah, just
Would it-
fucking knock it out of the park.
that just
mate.
would have been so cool, and it would have given the Bear Jew just that little bit like, oh, he does use a bat after all.
Adding a point to what he just said, and I'm going to add that to what I thought, because that makes a lot more sense. Than what I had.
You didn't think anything. You didn't say anything.
Yeah, you're just like,
Yes,
I have
but
nothing.
I agree with what he said. And
You agree with
Awesome.
what he said, and your points are.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just your point. Like,
You're stealing my idea, and like, yeah, I agree.
Dell's
No,
like,
I
and
don't
this
wanna
is my
steal
well
it.
thought idea, and you're like, ditto.
100% to that one.
All right, I'm going to skip the actress thing unless you guys have some really good ones for it.
I know we touched on it before, but all right, instead of Mike Myers, hear me out. Who did we say before?
I said Michael Caine.
If
I said
Michael
Michael Caine,
Caine
yeah.
played that role, holy shit! Like, right, you want to go here, here, and here. That's where you want to go, right, son? That would have been.
Can you just say like they're called the bastards in his voice, and just like do that little?
Fuck, I've just forgotten how he talks now. Hello, I'm Michael Caine. They're called the Bastards, all right? They come into enemy lines, and then you're going to spot some of them, all right?
I don't even know what he says in that, but I'm going to believe it.
I don't even know what he says
I'm like,
either.
hello, Michael Caine.
Or what if, like, Christopher Walken played Brad Pitt's character? Like, I don't know why, I just thought of that right then.
Every man under my command.
Like, you know, Jews are really good, but these Nazis, we have to scalp them.
Every
you
man
know.
under my command. I can't even do it. I can't do it. No.
I want 100 scalps of each of the Nazis.
It works. It works.
Just thought of that head. I don't know where I'm going.
Christopher Walken would be a banger in that movie anyway.
He'd be a banger in any movie.
Even just him in the background looking confused. Like, I'd be like, is that Christopher Walken?
Oh, shit.
All right. If Tim Burton was holding a Helena Bonham Carter to your head and would only let you live if you got a line from this film tattooed on you, what line would that be? Aaron.
Okay, so it's very small writing. It's above my breast pocket, and it says, I got a word of warning for all you would-be warriors. When you join my command, take on a debt that you owe me personally. Each and every man under my command owes me 100 Nazi scalps, and I want my scalps. And y'all will get me 100 Nazi scalps taken from the heads of 100 Nazis, or you will die trying.
You have put a lot of thought into this.
It's the fact that it's like meant to be really small.
Yes. Very small.
That's one of those like quartz. That's like quartz on there.
Yeah. But like, I'm talking like maybe like 2 by 4 inches. Like, as like
That poor tattoo artist, like, having to squeeze that in there.
yeah, no, he's
It's all in italics too.
I want him like cursive. I want that full quote. It's my favorite quote.
God damn.
That's it. Full stop. If y'all have tattoos, if not, we can keep.
I think I'd get that's a bingo.
Like, I'd get that's a bingo.
That's a bingo. Yeah. That's a bingo.
Nay. Oh, yeah. Buongiorno. What's he say?
Buongiorno.
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 Buongiorno. Just written like that. Buongiorno.
Exactly like that.
Capitals and like lowercase.
Yeah.
Buongiorno.
All right. Now, this is a Quentin Tarantino film. Because of that, we have actually an extra segment that we're going to do for this film, which is called this. It's a review segment.
You fucks. You fucking assholes. Oh my God, I hate you so much. All right.
Oh shit!
For those listening, Peter was not aware that we were doing this.
Fox.
Do you want to hear that sweet song?
Yes,
Maybe?
do it.
Yeah, that's all I heard again. Oh man!
Oh, it hurts me so much, but it's so good.
We tried to get a bunch of small children to yell out "Feedy Petey" at the end, but they wouldn't. It was weird. They just wouldn't do it. It's so weird. Why? We went to like 7 or 8 parks. It just did not happen.
It's
Parents kept looking at us weird and shit. Like, what the fuck's going on? We're just trying to
two
get...
dudes with a microphone, like, "Hey guys,
Say "Feedy Petey."
could you please say Fitty Pitty?"
So up on the screen, Peter, we've got a couple of pictures
I
of
can
feet.
see that, you fucking pieces of shit.
So what we want you to do is rate them. Say size, shape, softness, texture, mouthfeel, personality, toes, ankle. You know, what do you see when you look at that feet? What is it that does it for you? Do you want me to zoom in a little bit?
Yeah,
I can't.
That's a terrible photo, but like,
it's not a good zoom.
that's a terrible photo of that scene.
So you're saying
which
it's a bad foot?
which I recognize from the film. Thank you very much. This is still,
Yeah,
it's not just a photo of a foot.
Now
for
we
those
are
out
going to
there.
put these up on on all of our socials. but
with
just,
Peter's
I hope
ratings.
so.
Yeah, with
Yeah, but
Peter's
just so
ratings.
for the people
I'm so glad that I
right
get to
now.
share these to our Facebook and our Instagram. Thank you very much, you assholes.
So Pete, you're a podophile, which
I am very much not. Fuck.
So when you look at feet, the first thing I think I have to ask is size. How's that do for you out of 10?
Should we describe the
I don't
feet
know.
to the people who
what
won't?
size?
look
I
this
don't
up?
know what sizes are in that. She's wearing.
How's the size for you though, as a
Like,
podophile?
do you like
I mean, I
the
don't
foot
like that.
size?
I don't like it.
so
I
what
don't
out
like-
of 10?
I don't know. I mean, I'm guessing she's a 6. I don't know.
6 out of 10.
So-
I'm guessing that's a shoe size. I
Just-
don't know.
Just for my own benefit, and the people who aren't going to look at this photo. So it is the photo with the Cinderella scene where Lana is putting the shoe
on her foot.
on her foot.
Yep.
And Peter's having some trouble.
I don't know what
rating
size
this.
her shoe is.
No, but do you like the size? Is more of the question. Like this is a Pete.
Is
This
that
is
a
a
good
feeding.
shoe?
No,
Dude,
I
it
saw
was
this
nice.
scene and we're like, fucking Quentin Tarantino and his fucking feet is what I thought when I saw this scene. It's
So-
not that I saw feet and went, yay.
So,
oh, for fuck's sake, Sam.
That was actually number 3.
That's number 3. So this is number 1 now.
So
Okay,
that's
so
number 1.
This is
Yourprops.com.
with the high heel cast. Now mouth feel. What do you think that would be in a mouth feel 1 to 10? 1 to 10.
Are you talking about the shoe that's
I imagine the toes, but if you want to put the whole shoe,
like,
By all means.
with the
Cast.
cast on?
yeah, we're talking about cast foot. But if you want to go the right foot,
I mean, the right foot seems more accessible
The
at
non-
this stage.
the
I mean, I
non-cast
don't know.
I'm going to go in order here. So first things first, I want a rating on the size
Of the cast?
of the foot.
of the foot, like what do you like said foot?
I mean, I'm just going to throw it out there. No person would cast a foot like that.
Okay, Peter. Size of the foot out of 10, please.
No, but like from healing capacity, that is a terrible way
Well,
to cast a foot.
is healing capacity on?
Healing capacity isn't on there. Size
Okay.
is the first thing. we're
Jesus
looking
Christ, her feet are, I'm sure they're a fine size.
for. What out of 10?
Like is that a 7? Is it a 6 out of 7? Or 6
I
out
mean,
of 9?
I guess from this
4 out
photo
of
that's
10?
been projected in front of my face, I guess the question is,
The question is out of 10.
why do
Out
her
of 10,
toes
Peter.
look like Velociraptor toes?
I
And
feel like she's got
secondly,
out of 10.
painted nails.
let's give it a 4.
4? Okay.
A 4 out of 10.
All right, how do you feel about the shape out of 10?
I told you I don't like the way that's been cast. I'm sure it's not great for a human. It's
And out of 10?
it's a 2
It's a 2.
It's a 2.
because you cannot heal. There's no way the foot bone could heal in that position.
I feel like that was a temporary one just for the night, and then in the next day she would get.
She
like
got it done at a fucking vet.
How do you feel about the softness of this picture? Those feet in this picture, how do you, out of 10, softness?
Nothing, like a 0. That
Well,
is
the toes-
awful.
the
Look
toes
at
are not
everything
soft?
about it. It's not a good shot.
Okay, and the texture?
Jesus Christ. The texture of the feet. Oh man, it's got to be a 9 at least.
I do believe the next one is it mouthfeel.
The next one's mouth.
Mouthfeel.
From this?
If that foot was in your mouth,
Out of 10. What's a mouth feel?
I'm guessing.
keep in mind you gave the texture a 9. So
Obviously,
by
it's very
mouthfeel-
textureless.
But the softness was a 0. So,
Yeah, it's graty.
so what the mouth feel out of 10?
like a 4.
Oh,
To
well, let's
a-
go for a 3.5, I guess.
That's a low mouthfeel, I imagine.
Look at it. It's a cast.
So you're more focused on the cast. We have another photo, surely. What's the next one?
No,
No, we're
we got
going
4
off this
photos that we're
photo.
going to go
Yeah,
through.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
not, no, we've got 4 photos we're going through.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Are you serious?
The quicker you pump these bad boys
Yeah,
out.
the quicker you do this, the better it is.
Oh, okay,
How
I
do you
didn't
feel
realise-
about the personality of this?
Oh, it's injured but ready to play.
And out of 10?
That's a solid 7.3.
A 7 or 7.3. That's a nice percent.
Yeah.
Now, this is one we can gauge with because of the cast. How do you feel about the toes?
Toes.
Yeah, out of 10.
At least a 2. At least the two.
So
look at
so
them.
you're
Look at
against
those. Look
those
at that
toes?
upwards. It's very Velociraptor.
Okay, all right. Hey, look, that's you.
Yeah, like everyone has a different opinion.
And the ankle out of 10.
Broken.
Okay.
So like a 4, like a 2.
It's broken.
I'll just write broken. It's okay.
You can.
Yeah, I can write broken. All right, next
What's
picture.
an answer?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So we're looking at the left foot.
Why did you do this? Why?
Because I wrote this song.
I'm gonna keep saying it because
It makes more sense now. Yes, thank you.
I'm never not gonna love this.
This song is
It's
so
so
great.
cunty, but so funny at the same time that you fuck. But at the same time, it's hilarious. Which foot am I looking at? Sorry, thank
Look
you.
at the left foot. On
Okay.
this one. So size out of 10.
It looked quite swollen, so I'm gonna have to give it like a at least a 4 out of 10. I don't know.
All right, you gave the last
you
one
gave
4
four,
as
you gave
well.
4,
That's
yeah,
2
it's-
4s for size.
got-
These
she's-
feet are really swollen.
She's got even feet. Apparently, they're both 4s.
Yep. Shape.
Oh, it's not a good shape. Like she's got like some really like dominant second toe edge going on. Like everything V's towards that. So I'm gonna have to like at least give it a 5. I don't know. I don't know where the scoring goes. I like how I just enjoy the fact you write down everything I say. Like it's going to go somewhere. Like,
It's going to go on Instagram, bro.
but why?
So,
Did you not hear the song? It's a review.
I'm looking forward to when the fact you're okay, boy. Like, okay, Pete, you need to advertise this for the next 2 weeks. Like, no, I don't want to.
Begrudgingly.
Yeah, like,
hey guys,
hey,
check it
hey,
out.
Pete, you take the brunt of the social media work. Here are photos of feet that you begrudgingly fucking rated. Because we decided a bit of feety PT was going to work. Could you please spend the next 2 weeks advertising fucking feet? I'm like, yeah, man, no worries. I'll write something up. Hashtag. Hashtag number 5 foot.
Sophia, how would you rate this foot for softness?
Hashtag rating feet. We're gonna get so much more subscribers based on this fucking thing.
All these people with
All
like
these
foot
feet are-
fetishes are going to be like,
Think of the pedophiles, all right?
There are gonna be so many people like, oh, wait, they're talking about feet. Oh, yeah, I better follow them. Like,
He's like, he gave that a 4.
What, I need to do
He's
something
wrong.
with their feet with the shit? Yeah, no.
Fuck. I think we may have laughed too much for this to be anything, but I don't care. We should still air it.
I think so too. I'm gonna need a
Yeah,
rating out of
softness.
10 on softness, please.
Softness. I'm assuming we're still talking about the
Left foot.
the left foot.
Left
All
foot.
right. Wait. As in left from where we're sitting, or left from
Our
where she
left,
is?
her right.
Okay. No, that one's It looks soft. It looks full of fluid too. Something
'Cause of
was
the
wrong
swelling.
with the shin bone, but I'm gonna.
You can't go shin. It's like
talking
ankle
about-
at best.
Oh, okay.
Ankle
Yeah, no,
at
look,
best.
look, the foot looks soft.
Out of 10?
Oh, let's give it an 8, eh?
That's a good.
That's a good answer.
Look, it
yeah.
looks
That's a good
soft though.
softness.
Look at it. Come on, boys. Come on. You tell me. You look at that foot, and you tell me it doesn't look.
can I hear
like an
that
8.
song again? That's
Are you going?
It's made up of 4 different parts. It's got a boom doopa doomba, boom doopa doomba. Then it's got a and a and then a sort of thing of that.
We've been in a band together for 7 years now. I've never seen him put in any more effort into anything. as he has in this part right now.
And it took him 45 minutes.
Yeah, it took me like 45 minutes.
Where's
to
the
do
heart
last
and
night.
soul that goes into this?
It was the part where it's like, feed, feed.
Texture, Peter.
Texture of the
Out of
foot.
10, yeah, texture.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not a very graphic. Like, I mean,
you get base or foot, I guess.
Yeah, I'm looking at the bottom. Would you put your tongue on it? How do you think? Sorry, that's mouthfeel. Sorry, we're not there yet.
we're not mouthfeel.
Let's get texture. It's just
I mean, it looks very like. At this stage, it almost looks fake, so I'm gonna have to give it like a low number. So I'm gonna say 3.
okay, 3.
Solid.
That's weird. You gave the cast a 9, but
Yeah, because the cast was a textured photo. Thank you.
that's okay. Sorry. Now, mouthfeel out of 10.
If you can't answer that, like, how many toes could you put in your mouth?
Yeah.
I mean, like, did they decide what shoe size she was in this film?
Just say a 7.
You gave her a 4 for shoe size, so
Okay, well, it's the 4. Then obviously it's a small shoes, so I could probably fit all 5 of her toes.
So how's the
And
mouth
how,
feel?
how does the mouth feel of that?
toey?
Toey.
Out of 10.
Like a 7 out of toey?
Yeah, sure. Let's go 7 toes.
7.
Nice. Personality of the foot.
It's like it's here to party.
Yeah, I was gonna say toey, but yeah,
It could be toey, yeah.
yeah.
Out of 10.
I'm not as...
It's just a scene where she's getting choked out.
Yeah,
It
she's
is
getting
a scene
strangled.
where she's getting choked out. Yeah, wow. Okay.
By apparently Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah, it is 100%. Yeah, let's give that a 4 for
Personality.
personality.
Okay, all right.
It's a dying scene. I can't give it a high grading
That's fine,
scene.
that's fine.
Because like, if
It's
I'm gonna
hard,
be fucked
it's hard
up
to
for
have
talking about
personality
shit,
when you're dying.
How do you feel about the toes out of 10?
I don't really rate them, eh?
What?
There's
Like
nothing
not
about-
even a 1 out of 10, a 0.5 out of 10.
Something about the cushioning in her
Is
feet.
it the swelling? You don't like a swollen,
It's a swollen
foot.
foot, man. Yeah, I don't know. It's not a well rested foot.
She's been, working hard. She's in a bar fight the night before
Yeah.
in a veterinary clinic, and now she's like, trying
Getting
to sneak
choked
some
out, yeah.
people, and she's getting choked. Her foot's had a rough time.
I'm gonna look from what. Let's give her a 5. Okay.
Okay,
Let's
that's
give her
a
5.
fair
That's
rating.
I think that's fair.
For like
Yeah,
everything
that's a
she's
fair
been
rating.
through.
She's
like,
been through a lot.
And yeah, like
Yeah.
if you're gonna have to do it.
And how do you feel about that ankle or that heel? Out of 10. You into that? Is that doing it for you? Is the curvature right?
Sure. Why not?
Is it out of 10?
Out of 10, I don't know how do you do this. Like it's a heel. It exists on her foot. Let's give her a 4.
A 4?
Yeah.
What for?
I'm actually going to skip the third foot and go to the bonus. Are you ready for the bonus foot?
Bonus
Give it
foot.
to me, bro. I want to see this shit. What do we got? Is that in this film?
That is an actor from one of these films.
That is in this film.
Yes.
In this film.
Are the feet in this film?
Those feet
Or
are not in the film.
these feet,
but
like
the actor is in the film.
So I
Well,
guess
I have no idea what the fuck it is.
What do you mean?
Like you can still rate.
You
those
can still
feet.
rate those feet.
It's a bonus foot.
It's a bonus foot.
Okay. Their feet.
Okay. So starting with size.
Their feet size.
I'd go like as an actual foot size. I think they're like a 12 US to 11 US. So do you like a
That's
manly
a skinny
foot?
foot, though. That's a skinny person's foot. They're skinny feet.
So,
So are you saying like it's a Brad? Are you saying it's a
I don't know whose feet
A
they are.
Waltz?
Jesus Christ.
Christopher
But
Waltz?
look at
foot?
the the left hand little toe though. It's a bit.
Oh, is you saying that's a German toe? Or
I have no idea.
is that a Fassbender foot?
let's go lightning round, Peter. Quick size out of 10.
All right, it's a 7.
It's a 7. All right. Shape out of 10.
It's a 1.
Softness out of 10.
0.
It's bony.
Texture out of 10.
At least a 4.
Mouthfeel out of 10.
0.
Personality out of 10.
Well, I guess their right hand foot is showing a bit of class, while the other one's just showing what you got. So I'm gonna give it a 2.
And toes out of 10.
Sure, they've got 10 of them.
10 out of 10?
You
They
get
got
10
They
a
have 10 toes. Yes,
out of 10. All right. And ankle out of 10.
they have 2.
Yeah. So you want to give it a 2 out of 10.
Yeah.
All right, cool. They are Brad Pitt's feet.
Ah,
Yeah.
called it.
Oh, there you go.
That's the bonus feet for this one.
He's got not great looking feet.
No, he doesn't.
For this one, that means there's more.
Well, when next time we do a Quentin
We don't know.
Tarantino film,
It's going to be a feet
it'll be
section.
We don't know.
That was fantastic.
The worst thing is like
It's
this
catchy as
shit makes
fuck.
me
Oh,
so
sorry.
uncomfortable. Like just feet photos, like is really not my thing at all. It's like so uncomfortable, and I'm like, oh, fuck.
Are you a boob guy? We could change like
What?
TDPD.
Is that a thing? Like you go from feet to breasts? Like
No, but it just works well.
how do you
TDPD.
segue from there? I could be a titty pitty.
Titty
Titty
Petey and his teeth.
Titty Petey.
Petey and
Titty
his
Petey.
teeth. It works, man. I'm trying to help you out. Do you want feet or boobs?
he clearly
Oh,
wants
boobs
feet.
everywhere,
Okay, well,
every time.
You're not acting
Yeah.
like a boob player. You're acting like a foot player right now.
No, ever, no. Give me them boobies.
Okay, sorry.
You can sound
No,
power that
guys,
shit
don't kick him while he's down, all right?
with them feet. Don't kick him with them feet while he's
Yeah, the
down with them feet.
All right.
All right, it's time to finally move on to fan fiction for an episode that's gone for way too long. So the fan fiction we're going to read tonight this podcast is called "I Only Have Eyes for You." It's written by Deborah KLA. The disclaimer on this is, although a few lines from the film have been used to set the scene, this fanfiction is in no way intended to breach the copyright held by Quentin Tarantino for Inglorious Basterds and all its characters. Just so you're aware. The scene takes place in the bar, and we take it from the moment that basically Hickox, the English gentleman, gets busted for holding up the three fingers.
Yep. Before we start, can we just say that we're going to brutally massacre any of the names?
Yeah, I think it's worth noting that none of us speak German, and saying things like Hauptsturmführer and Sturmbannführer aren't things we're very good at. So I might have even said that wrong just then, but we are
Come
going
on,
to
Sam.
murder their names.
Murder.
Murder their names.
Martyr the names.
All right. I don't actually start this one. So playing the character of Hickox will be Dell, and Hallstrom will be Aaron. Hickox, why don't you kick it off?
What's going to happen, Sturmbannführer, is you're going to stand up and walk out that door with us.
Oh, no. That's not what's going to happen at all. What's going to happen is you and I have Strandführer, fuck that up, are going to get up and go to the back of the room to discuss this.
What?
You heard what I said. I am sure you value your testicles as much as I value mine, not to mention your life. And unless you and I can come to some sort of agreement, everyone in this room is going to die. You don't want that. I don't want that. And I'm quite certain no one else wants it either, especially our dear brand new father at the table behind us.
Point taken. Let's retire to the back room then.
A wise decision, I assure you.
There was the sound of 3 pistols uncocking, and Stiglitz removed his from Hallstrom's lap, allowing him to rise along with Hickox. The 2 men walked into the alcove, past the phonograph, and entered the back room.
After you, sir.
What's this?
This will allow a little more privacy.
Hickox hesitated, then entered the room. It was a bedsit with a desk, a chair, a small bureau with a pitcher and a wash basin. Hallstrom closed the door and locked it securely, then turned to look at Hickox.
Well, what now, Sturmbannführer?
Feel her?
Suddenly he was shoved up against the wall, Hallstrom's face within inches of his, Hallstrom's warm breath caressing his supple skin as Hallstrom smiled, a predatory, broad-toothed grin. He looked quite like a panther examining his prey. Without warning, Hallstrom kissed him passionately, fervently, his tongue easing into Hickox's mouth. He wrapped one long-fingered hand around Hickox's neck and drew him closer. When he finally pulled back, Hickox looked at him in complete astonishment.
Don't you understand, Hauptmann? We're both going to die tonight. Why not have a little fun before we go?
Go out with a bang rather than a whimper, eh?
Something like that.
Why ever not?
Hickox began undoing his buttons on his uniform tunic. Hallstrom removed his belt, unbuttoned the jacket of his uniform. The two undressed quickly. Hallstrom was already fully erect, Hickox half so. He reached down to stroke his cock, rolling the foreskin back and forth over the already moist head.
Allow me.
Hallstrom moved forward, took hold of Hickox's cock and began stroking it firmly and sensuously. Each movement of his hand deliberate and giving pleasure. Hallstrom pulled him into another kiss, and this time he returned it with the same fierce passion with which it was given. Hallstrom drew back briefly, and bowing string of saliva, keeping them together as he spoke.
My name is Dieter.
My name is Archie.
It was a quick exchange, a common courtesy. Once dispensed with, Dieter wiped the saliva from his chin and passionately returned to their kiss. Archie reached down and took hold of Dieter's cock, tugging it with the same smooth, teasing rhythm Dieter was using on him. Dieter moved closer, at the same time pulling Archie forward until their cocks touched. Archie then let go. Let Dieter take hold of both cocks, rubbing them together in a slow, sensuous rhythm. Archie couldn't help himself. His head fell back and he moaned.
Jean, you want this as much as I do, don't you?
Yes, I do. I want it badly.
Dieter brought up his free hand, pinching Archie's nipple, making him groan. Then he bent down to bite it. Archie gasped.
It's hard to do in British.
It's very...
Archie gasped and pulled him into a fierce embrace, kissing him deeply, his tongue exploring Dieter's mouth. All he wanted to do was surrender himself to the other man's embrace, to the power of his touch, his lips, his tongue. Dieter let go of their cocks, brought his hand on Archie's head and began pushing him downward. Archie understood the head push immediately and fell to his knees, coming face to face with the other man's cock. He gazed at it for a moment. A single clear drop of cum emerged from the tip, and just as it was about to drop, Archie quickly licked it off, thrilled that he was able to make the other man gasp. He leaned forward and took that beautiful cock into his mouth, and then deep into his throat, letting the muscles of his throat ripple along the man's shaft. He felt Dieter shudder from the sensation. He began sucking harder and moving faster on Dieter's cock, reveling in the feel of that hot flesh sliding rapidly back and forth across his tongue. But Dieter was drawing away and out of his mouth now. He wouldn't let Archie pull him back. He gently but firmly removed his cock from Archie's gushing mouth.
I want to fuck you.
Jolly good. One last fuck for the road.
He got up from his kneeling position, walked over to the bed and bent over. He lay his head against one arm, his other hand snaking down to grasp, and then tug at his now very hard cock. He raised his ass and spread his legs, heard Dieter's appreciative moan. 2 fingers coated in spit were suddenly shoved up his ass. He gasped and bit his lip. Dieter then began moving his fingers slowly in and out, occasionally stopping to make a scissoring motion inside, stretching him further. Suddenly, Dieter stopped moving his fingers, and Archie stifled a sharp cry when he felt the tips of those fingers make circles on his prostate.
Oh!
Archie began moving his hips, trying to pull those fingers in deeper, when out of nowhere a third finger slid into the prostate.
I'm sorry, could you please repeat just that last part?
Archie began moving his hips, trying to pull his fingers in deeper, when out of nowhere a third finger slid in to join the first 2.
Now it's a party, big boy.
If you keep doing that, I'll come.
Archie wasn't sure how he managed to get the words out, considering how far gone he was, but somehow he did. Dieter stopped and drew his fingers out slowly. Archie then felt the head of Dieter's cock gently teasing, nudging against his opening, entering a fraction and then pulling back again, driving him mad.
Please.
Please what?
Please.
Please do this?
Dieter slipped just the head of his cock in and out of there. Archie gasped with pleasure.
Perhaps this.
Yes.
Dita let his cock creep in a little deeper.
Oh, yes.
And maybe this? I said, and maybe this?
He shoved his cock all the way in, then reached under to grasp the other man's balls and rubbed them against his
Jesus.
Archie bit into his fist in a failed attempt to stifle the cry that burst from his throat. Dita held still then and leaned over his back. Archie felt his hot breath at the back of his neck, shivered when he felt him sink his teeth into his earlobe.
You're so hot, so tight. Do you want me to fuck you now?
Yes.
Say it.
Yes.
Dita's hand smacked hard against Archie's right buttock.
Tell me what you want me to do to you, you limey slut.
Fuck me.
Another hard smack came down, this time on his left buttock.
What was that? I can't quite hear you.
Please.
Another 2 smacks and Archie began gasping and crying.
Fuck me, please. Please fuck me. Fuck me hard.
Dita gripped both hips and began shoving his cock in and out.
How does it feel to have this thick Nazi cock up your ass?
It's good.
Another 2 smacks on his rear end.
What was that again?
Oh, it feels good. So good.
I bet it does. You're wanting this for some more time now. Haven't you fantasized about it?
Yes.
Archie was frantically fisting his cock while shoving his ass back to meet each thrust.
Oh, you're such a dirty slut. Say it.
I'm a slut.
Yes, you are, aren't you?
Yes.
Oh, Christ.
Dita slammed his cock all the way in and came with a loud groan. Archie could feel a throb inside him with each spurt, and he shoved his ass as far back as he could to take it even deeper. Just as he came and his own cock began to throb and spurt, leaving a wet trail on the bed. For several minutes there was silence as each man caught his breath.
Damned good show. Stammbahnführer. So what now?
A farewell kiss, I think.
Dieter reached for his Walter, but before he could get a hold of it, Archie had grabbed him, twisted him around and shoved him up against the wall. In one swift movement, he drew his knife and cut Dieter's throat. He let him go quickly, drew back and watched as Dieter slumped to the ground. There was a towel draped over the desk chair. Archie walked carefully around the spreading pool of blood and back, grabbing it on the way. He watched and listened to Dieter's final death rattle as he slowly wiped his knife clean.
Sorry, old boy, but no one calls me a slut.
He squatted his bare ass over an empty glass, allowing the last of Hellstrom's warm fluid to pool into the cup. He picked it up and gave it a swish.
For Queen and country.
He said, raising his glass and toasting it at the now dead Sturmbannführer before throwing it back in a single shot.
Why the fuck did he just get, like, jizz that's been injected in his asshole, like, queefs it out, like, butt queefs it out, and it's like, it's a Queen and country, and then just fucking necks it. Like, what the fuck?
Why am I always having sex with Aaron on this podcast?
Okay, it's either you and me, or me and me, and let's be real, I've done both of them,
Yeah,
and I
fair.
can go either way at this stage.
Why did I sign up to this?
That was really hard because I was so distracted by his English accent.
It was
Sometimes I
an
came back in
on-point
and I was like,
English
it was a
accent.
quick exchange, a kind of common courtesy once dispensed with. Like I kept going back into like an English accent.
English accent yourself.
Peter, great.
That was fantastic, Peter.
I didn't. This first time I didn't break.
Yeah, I looked over at you sometimes, and you were just like not listening. Not
was
listening.
Like, I
left,
have
right,
to
and
like
centre,
I
but-
have to listen, but I don't need to listen.
Yeah.
Don't break.
You just hear the words coming, about to, and you're like,
Oh my god.
I listen to my cues, and it's usually coming or like or penetrating,
Yeah.
or
That's cute.
about to reach.
Is Bukaki a cue? Or? Thank you.
I just want you to know this is like the first time. Like I don't know how many have aired since this plays, but like half of them it was just me doing everything, and then for like the other half it's been essentially like Sam doing all of the narrating and I've done all the voices, and
Yep.
you're the first person who's gone like, yeah,
I'll do it.
I'll do it. So I gave you the thing before and like, did you want to read? And you're like, no, I'm just going to do this.
No, I'm just
and we're
gonna
like,
do
yeah, sure.
Are you sad that you didn't read them first?
Look,
At least the last line of that one where you just like ask squirt.
Aaron
and
was
shit.
for Queen and for England.
I was like genuinely like, I don't know if Dell would want to do this. Like he's like a serious actors. And I'm like, and you're like,
To be fair, I wrote that last line because it didn't have a good enough ending.
That was a beautiful ending. That was
and I was
beautiful.
like, he's like a professional. I'll say anything,
wouldn't
but
go
he's
that
like he's premier, you know.
Premier.
I'm like a
He's the
D
parking
grade.
character.
I'm the parking.
Yeah.
We should write some Parking Fairy fan fiction.
Like it falls into the please write fan fiction about us. I would love to play that.
I would love to read that.
Yeah, I'd love to play whatever. Like that would be the best of episode. Like end of season 1 is just like
The best thing is like we don't ever show our faces, so people will be writing about us by our voices.
Yeah.
Oh, we're fucked. No one ever thinks of like those are some like chiseled jawed like voices like.
Yeah, but let's be for real. Like everyone who listens to us probably knows us.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's true.
All 8 people like
That's my man.
like they don't, but they're not that.
This is how we get our listeners though. We invite them onto our show and then they listen to us for
like oh, your episode's coming, buddy. Don't worry, keep listening.
I don't know if I
listening,
want
buddy.
to. I don't know if I want to hear myself reading porn with Aaron. I don't know. That's something
that last
That's something that like you and I just do on special occasions.
Yeah,
like why would you want to bring?
Yeah, true.
If you skip that last part, I'm sure it still counts as a play.
Well, I guess that's the end of the episode. And the fan needs our fan fiction. Nope. I've heard it all.
Anyways, here's the fan fiction. It goes for 28 minutes, and you're like skip.
So I guess I won't tell my parents to listen to this podcast when I'm
No,
on.
you
right?
absolutely should.
Oh no, I've made it. I've made it, Mum and Dad. Listen to this. This is where you know.
They know. They know.
Hey,
They know.
They asked me for my
Dell's parents, whose name I know, but I'm not going to say. Yeah, because in case they do.
This is
Pam
where a
and Dave.
podcast ask me for my professional opinion and makes me talk about sex.
It's true.
Can we do a sex podcast, guys?
Yeah, and why it's a bit shit.
Why sex
guys,
is a bit
sex,
shit.
it's a bit shit.
Overrated.
Like, if you
Now
guys
let's
ever
go
come
talk to
shows,
people who you think have never had sex before. Us.
Yeah, we're the right guys.
Yeah, like they have they're in a podcast. They've never fucked before. You find me one person in a podcast who said they've had sex, I'll show you a liar.
I'll show you a liar.
All right. I think it's pretty much time for us to summarize this film, which was very hard for us to criticize, I think.
For how much airtime we've given it.
Yeah, we're going to so much airtime. I don't know how much I'm going to have to cut from this, but I'm sure it's going to be a lot.
At least 3 minutes.
But to summarize, Bastards is spelt wrong. They do Hugo Stiglitz a big dishonor by not letting him kill enough people. Mm-hmm. The first scalp we see removed is clearly fake, and it's also Quentin Tarantino. Eli Roth is a bad actor.
Hey.
Mike Myers really annoys Dell.
Yep.
For no reason.
Peter gave some pretty poor ratings to the feet in this film. That's probably a good sign of
Jesus
things to come.
Christ.
He's got
That's
high
upsetting.
standards. That's all I mean.
Yeah. And pretty much everything after the bar scene gets a little bit ridiculous. So ultimately, they insult the intelligence of Hans Landa, and Quentin Tarantino saying this is my masterpiece at the end is a bit of a wank fest.
Yes. 100%.
Cool. All right. So then I guess it's safe to say that...
It's a big shame.
Thanks for listening to another episode of It's a Bit Shit. We were quite hammered whilst recording this episode, so I think we did quite well. We want to thank Dell for jumping on again. Dell, you bring an awesome energy to the show and help it flow so well with fantastic commentary and banter. So once again, thank you, Dell. If you aren't subscribed to us on anything yet, make sure you do so by heading straight to our link tree and selecting your preferred platform. You can do that by going to linktr.ee/itsabitshit. That is linktr.ee/itsabitshit. And last but not least, we want to thank all of you for listening and contributing to the show. As mentioned earlier in this episode, I said I would call out some of our contributors, so special thanks to Garbo Man, Matteo Marino, Chris Crawford, Mr. Smash, Robin Donaldson, And an extra special thanks to all our spam bots, Ann Duncan, Brighton Media, Syndra Promo 32, Sane 12-1, and Feel Blast. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you on the next episode.